Oh. 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 No fire. How can smoke no fire? Flame juice. Fire! Fire! Happy Thursday night, everybody, and welcome one and all to more Killer Frequency. This is Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 750. Can't believe we've been doing it that long. We've been keeping at it, but it's good to be live, and it's good to see each and every one of you. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Facebook today. My apologies to everyone on Kick. I didn't realize this, but apparently I have to resync my multi-broadcasting account with Kick every couple of months or something like that. So my Kick has been disconnected for several weeks now. And in fact, I'm assuming that I'm live on Kick right now. But yeah, my past couple of live streams haven't really worked on Kick. But my apologies, I'm back, and it's good to see all of you. We are live on Twitch, and it's great to see the Twitch community continue to grow. Every time I go live on Twitch, that number goes up and up and up. Stoned Panda, I see you. Good to see you, my friend. And of course, we are live on YouTube with all of the regulars and the members and the Patreon supporters. Alt Grendel, Toby Noble, Sarah, Tony J, Nuka Tom, Cranjus McBasketball, Changed One, Hellcat, Ant444, Levartation, Automatic Beats, Wade Speakerman, Vince M. Jersey. It's so great to see so many familiar faces, and it's Greg Hinojos with the first super chat of the day. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, Greg. Back at you, my friend. Alice in Bumbleland on Twitch says, glad to see you back, Ox. Actually, enjoying watching you play Killer Frequency, but having a good laugh. It's fun. It's surprisingly fun. It's short. I have a feeling it's going to be short. I have a feeling we're going to finish it today. But it's really well written, and it's really well acted. So it's hilarious as well as being scary. So it's a great time. It was a good selection for Scotch and Smoke Rings. Curtis Pred on Twitch says, hello all. Hello there, Curtis. Good to see you, my friend. Michael Ewan says, hey, Ox, hope you're doing really great. I lost my sister earlier this week. This is a great distraction. I hope the whistling man doesn't get you. Michael Ewan, I can't even imagine what it would must feel like to have lost a sibling this week. So I'm so sorry for your loss, but I'm grateful that that this can provide a welcome distraction for you. You are welcome here anytime, and we're going to have a great show today. Mr. Red says, Ox, if you remember me from a previous stream saying the Enclave Creation Club was hard, I told you so when I said it was hard. It's hard. I mean, it's not. I mean, it is. But yeah, I hope you saw my video that I published yesterday. It's only hard if you're level 17 and they spawn a bunch of Enclave soldiers in Hellfire power armor directly behind you. Oh, and they're all carrying huge napalmers. Like, okay, that's not hard. That's just cheap. It's one thing for a game to have legitimate challenge and for it to be legitimately challenging. It's another thing for, the developers of the mod or the creation or the game to manufacture something in a way so that it's just harder than it needs to be. And as I complained about in the creation, and it sounds like I'm complaining a lot right now, but that's because Mr. Red is talking about the only thing that I disliked about the mod. The Enclave Returns is amazing, and it's so well done, and I spent 40 to 50 minutes raving about it. So please bear in mind, I'm not just hating on it, but there was one thing that I didn't like, and it was that they arbitrarily made it difficult by just completely hiding the enemies. They just didn't exist until you were within 5 meters of them, and then they'd spawn right next to you, which, no. Just anytime that happens in a game, I don't like it. I don't care if it's Fallout. I don't care if it's a horror game. If you're spawning the enemy behind the main character, that's bad design. And I hated it in Alan Wake 2, and I hate it in the Creation Club mod. And it's particularly out of place for Fallout 4 because it robs you of your player agency. Like, as I said in the video, what if you're a high perception character? If you're a high perception character, you should be able to perceive things from a great distance. But that's impossible if the very enemies don't even exist in the world yet because the game gods haven't spawned them in on top of you. It robs you of your ability to play your character the way you want to. So that's one of the problems I had with it. But again, a minor issue for a very well done Enclave themed mod. Well, look at that, Mr. Red. You already got me going on a rant. Now I'm missing everything. Alt Grendel says, I quit my job as a scuba instructor after the first day. Deep down, I realized it wasn't for me. That works, yeah. As a you had an epiphany when you were deep down. It works. Jackal Wise says, I've got to work tomorrow, but I've got to see this. Oh, Jackal Wise, don't make me responsible for you being late to work tomorrow or even missing work. This will play on repeat. Like, you can watch it again tomorrow. I'll have the VOD up. But of course, you're welcome to stay up all night with me. I'll be up for a while. Mark from Sales gifted 10 Oxhorn memberships to the community on YouTube. Thank you, Mark from Sales, and congratulations to the Reverend Coyote, Crimson Bolt, Slinky Normal 47-8, Toby Noble, Michael Ewan, Isaac Richfield, Samuel DeLeon, JJH, Ryan McWilliams, and Nathan Pipkin. Roman is on Facebook today. Hey there, Roman. Good to see a friendly, familiar face. Curtis Spread, lifting a shot glass on Twitch. Hey there, Curtis Spread. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you, Stephen Williams, on Facebook as well. No one talking on Kick today. Am I live on Kick? It says I am. I've been having problems with Kick ever since they booted my channel offline. When I did the watch along with the Fallout TV show, again, with permission from Prime Video, I had permission from Prime Video, and I still got kicked off of every platform except for Twitch. So annoying. But yeah, I've been having problems with Kick ever since then. Vince M says, evening, Ox. Hope you've had a great day. I started a new job a few weeks ago in customer service for a company that sells medication and food for animals. There's a lot to learn, so wish me luck. Oh, Vince, sorry, I thought that was like a setup for a joke. I got a new job that does medication and food for animals. ... No, there was no joke. That was your legit life. Okay, Vince M., congratulations on the brand new job. Good luck, my friend, and I hope it all comes naturally to you and you make the big bucks. But more than that it's satisfying. Mr. Bear says, would you rather live in Vault 4 or Vault 69? I mean, Vault 4 isn't really a good choice. Like, I suppose it depends on what period of time. Like, immediately after the bombs? No, because I would have been an experimental subject and likely injected with weird monster DNA. So, no. After the bombs, like, 2281, something like that, sure, it's a fine vault. I wouldn't mind being in Vault 4. Steel101 says, "Hey Ox, thanks again for covering the full story of Fallout 4. I think it's a shame that so many YouTubers say ignore the story and just focus on the gameplay. I believe the Fallout 4 story is underrated." You know what? I believe the Fallout 4 story is exactly rated as it should be, but that there's a significant portion of the population that are willfully blind to the positive nature of the full story of Fallout 4. Because we have to remember that it got Game of the Year back in 2015. It's sold more copies than Fallout New Vegas. It's sold more copies than I don't know that. It might have sold more copies than Fallout 3. I'm not sure if it did or not, but at least in terms of playability, more people play Fallout 4 on Steam than Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas combined. And this isn't a diss to those games. Those games are amazing games. New Vegas in particular has a wonderful story. But people like the story of Fallout 4. It's not bad. It's not a bad story. Yes, it's repetitive in some places because, yes, we're going out of a vault to find a family member again. In much the same way that the Fallout TV show has us leaving the vault to find a family member again. But aside from that, but I have to say, I have to give him credit. It's not exactly, James leaving the vault and you having to fight your way out like the story in Fallout 3. They took the idea of finding family and made it completely different and unexpected and unique. It seems like a pretty predictable plot now, but put your mind back in 2015 when Fallout 4 first dropped. And the only other experience you have is Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and you're in a vault and you don't know what's going to happen when you get in the pods. I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that you could predict that you're going to get frozen in time, but for Kellogg to show up and to do to your wife and child what he did, and for that entire story arc, it's pretty unique. It's not bad. It's really not bad. So, yeah, in that sense, I definitely agree, Steel 101. Jackalwise says, "Oh my God, Ox, you have my crystal cut. I love Dublin crystal cut. That makes me happy. Also, don't worry, I don't work till 4 p.m. Do I? I didn't even know. I know that this is a pretty traditional cut for crystal. It kind of reminds me of like a pineapple leaf. I didn't realize it was called the Dublin crystal cut. But it's a good cut for a Scotch glass. Curtis Spread says, "Did you get starstruck meeting Todd Howard?" Oddly enough, no. And I think it might be because he's so short. Not to hate on Todd Howard or anything, but he's a really, really short guy. And I didn't feel intimidated or starstruck or anything. It also might have been that I had been drinking. We were in the middle of Philly, and they were giving out all sorts of Fallout 3-themed drinks, and I had one or two. And then I saw him on the other side of the party, and I was like, "Oh, Todd Howard," and I just walked up to him and talked to him. And I didn't feel awkward, and it didn't feel like a forced conversation. I said at the time that he kind of gave me this weird look when he saw me, and I don't know how to interpret that, because he kind of looked as if he wanted to, like, move away quickly as I approached, which... okay, I don't know how to interpret that. But when it actually came to the conversation, he was gracious, and he answered my questions, and we shook hands, and he made eye contact, and it was a nice conversation. But then the director came by, and Jonathan, and called him away. I got like 60 seconds to talk with him before he had to leave for something else. So. But no, starstruck didn't really happen. It's John Moy on Twitch says, "Hi, Oxhorn." Hi there, it's John Moy. Stoned Panda on Twitch says, "Ox, if you had to live through any of the Fallout, which one and why?" Gosh. Any of the Fallout games? I don't know. I guess probably Fallout New Vegas, because I feel like I could make a life for myself in Fallout New Vegas. Like, there's plenty of things to do in terms of career. There's not much that you could do in terms of career in any of the other Fallouts besides just surviving. It's John Moy says, "Oxhorn, I'm playing Fallout 4 for the first time, so do you recommend me playing the full game first before the DLCs?" It's not really necessary. The DLCs are long. Well, the thing about Far Harbor is it makes more sense when you're still in Act 1, maybe Act 2 of Fallout 4. When you're still working with Nick Valentine, I'm not sure how far along in the story you are. When you're still working with Nick Valentine and you and he are like amateur detectives making, taking care of cases together, that's when the story of Far Harbor makes the most sense. To wait till the end of the game, I think, robs you of some of the joy of playing Far Harbor. So I would play Far Harbor pretty much as soon as you get the opportunity to do it, and definitely take Nick Valentine with you as a companion. He's going to make that whole experience a lot more fun. The Nuka World DLC, yeah, you could probably wait until the game is done to tackle that one. Really, the only faction that it interacts with are the Minutemen. So, the Nuka World DLC is really weird. It's like, I love the DLC. The story is good for the kind of story it is, but the way they introduced the Raider factions to us and the way they integrated the Sole Survivor into the Raider factions seemed a little ham-fisted to me. But it's still a wonderful DLC with lots of world building, and really... I don't know. You can probably do that one at any time, too. And Automatron, anytime. Just it's short, it's sweet, it's a lovely little DLC. Tackle it anytime. Jez Vicious says, thanks for covering the new creations. Even though some are broken for me, I'll probably get going... I'm probably going to get a birthday Chicago-style deep dish pizza tomorrow. Oh, so that's two different thoughts in one sentence. Okay. Well, I'm sorry that some of the creations are broken for you. Usually in that case, when you see like an exclamation mark overlay, it means that some of the meshes are broken in your game. And so if you validate your Steam files or re-download the data files, that can usually solve it. I don't know how to tackle it on an Xbox, aside from just reinstalling the game. And enjoy your deep dish pizza. Clell Big says, I'm incredibly upset at Microsoft right now and worried about Bethesda's future. Yeah, I tweeted about it when it happened. For those who don't know, Microsoft just closed a bunch of ZeniMax studios. Arcane, the guys who did Dishonored and most recently Redfall, a game they didn't even really want to do. It's sort of a game that was pushed upon them that they didn't want to do. It's gone now. You know, the developers of Hi-Fi Rush, the studio's gone now. Like, people are being absorbed into other studios or being fired completely. So it's just really disappointing that it happened and that it's happened again. Like, I feel it's something we're constantly talking about, especially this year. This year has just been the year of people in the gaming industry just losing their jobs over and over and over again. Every month, it's a new wave of layoffs. And, you know, it's awful for that to happen in any industry. But, you know, we're all gamers and we're interested in this hobby. And so we're talking about the people who have lost their jobs within the gaming culture that we all love. And it's just really frustrating to see such talented people who not only make amazing games, and sometimes some duds like Redfall, but who make amazing games like Hi-Fi Rush and Prey and Dishonored, to not be rewarded for that with being able to keep your job, right? I mean, Hi-Fi Rush, I haven't played it, but from everything I read about it, it was highly reviewed and critically acclaimed. And Microsoft even came forward saying that they wanted to make more games like that. But then they go and sack the very studio that did it? What logic is that? It's just really frustrating. So, especially when it comes to a studio that, you know, we all love due to Fallout. It's really sad. Mouth Guy says, I love Dishonored. That's sad. It's really sad. I played all of the Dishonored games. I was unfamiliar with Arcane until I played Dishonored, and man, I really enjoyed all of them. They were so well done. Finn Balor says, I love Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah, I've heard that it's really good. It's John May says, I have Curious, my companion, and I just think she's so funny. Her whole quest line is mind-boggling. No, it's really good. I did a video on her quest line. She's a charming and interesting character. The thing that's most interesting about her is she has all of this pre-world knowledge, and yet she's never visited it. She has all of this knowledge from databases and terminals and books that she's read over 200 years within the vault. And then to be outside in Boston, she's marveling at everything around her that she's seeing for the first time, and even in its destroyed state, she can see the beauty in it. It's really optimistic playing Fallout 4 with Curie as your companion, because you've almost got this childlike amazement at everything around you. And you get a little bit of pre-war history by walking with her, too. So she's a great little companion. Okay, wow, I'm behind. Let me see if I can catch up with these super chats. It's Stassi says, "Hey Ox, will you consider playing Ghost of Tsushima? It comes to PC on May 16th. I've heard. I'll definitely consider it. It's a game I wanted to play when it came out, and I never could because it was console only." Deathica says, "Howdy Ox, can I suggest the game Reveal? First Scotch and Smoke Rings? Let me see. I think I've got this one in my list already. But it looks good. It's got 94% rating on Google. It's got a 9 out of 10 on Steam. Yeah, it's reviewed really well. So maybe I'll tackle it. Thank you, Deathica. Tim Farrell says, "Hi Ox, I've convinced my mom, Colleen, to watch with us today. Can I get a shout out, please?" Absolutely, Tim. Hello, Colleen. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you're doing well. Don't know if you and your son are drinking tonight, but this is apple juice. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. I know you're a mom, but there are many moms watching. I'm a dad, and it's okay. We're all enjoying a very responsible beverage tonight. Cheers to Tim and Colleen. Thank you for watching. Alt Grendel says, "You missed Clell Big Super Chat. Sorry about that, Clell. I did go back and get it eventually." Rachel says, "Is that lantern behind you?" No. It is, actually. Over there in the corner. Can you see it? Yeah. Saw it at a vintage shop and couldn't resist. Had to get it. It was too perfect. It's really the only railroad prop that I've got in all of my big shelf of props. Jersey says, people say they pick their nose, but I feel like I was born with mine. I really need to get like a little drum, so I can do or maybe just a little pad where it plays sound effect. Oh, I know, here. There we go. It's not the same. It doesn't have the same effect, really. Thank you, Jersey. Ranker1138 says, "Did you know the inventors of the Ferris wheel and the merry-go-round never met? They traveled in different circles." Ah, that's great. I like that one. Thank you, Ranker1138. Ferris wheel and the merry-go-round. Lovely. Jackal Wise says, "I bought Fallout 4 for the settlement building, stayed for the cool world, and got sucked into the lore by your wonderful channel. Been watching since the mod video days." Thank you, Jackal Wise. Really cool to be able to do another Creation Club review. I've got one more to go. We've got that Halloween settlement workshop pack that I'll probably tackle sometime next week. But yeah, eventually, when I'm completely out of lore, I might get back into doing mods. Not Nick Skinner says, "Hi Ox, my girlfriend and I watched Fallout together. She's never played the games, but loved the show. I think that speaks to how good the show is. Cheers." Thanks, Not Nick Skinner. I've heard very similar things from people unfamiliar with the show. I've had people texting me all month. It's like old co-workers and friends that I rarely speak to are just texting me out of the blue saying, "Did you see the Fallout show?" Because they know that I love Fallout. And they're like text. They have to talk to somebody about it. They saw it on Amazon, and it was just too good. They had to talk to somebody. Vince M says NASA is launching a satellite to say sorry to the aliens. They're calling it the Apollo G. It's not that funny. Loved your recent video on the Enclave. Cheers. Thank you, Vince. I don't know if it was the big swig of rum that I just took or what, but it's jokes like that, the really dumb ones, but that are slightly clever, that get me every time. The Apollo G. Great. Wonderful. Thank you, Vince M. Levartation says, hey, short guy here. Took your suggestion and made the anti-feral serum. I'll have the ghoul inhaler. They fit by this weekend. Drinking for the stream. Thank you, Levartation. Oh my God. You're just, is this like my dream come true? Is there a creator who's a fan of my show and is taking requests? Can I request the Vim bottle? I think we talked about that one already. What else can I request? Are there other props in the fall? The radio? Ooh, the alarm clock? I still want to get the alarm clock. I haven't been able to find the Fallout alarm clock. The alarm clock, the radio, the Vim bottles, the teddy bear. You know, the teddy bear that they sell on the Bethesda store, it's not right. It's not the same teddy bear. It's not even the same teddy bear from Fallout 3. The teddy bear from Fallout 3 has sort of teardrop-shaped arms that flop down like this. It's kind of frumpy, you know. But then the teddy bear from Fallout 4 has short, stubby little arms that go out like this, and it's more rigid. It's like a rigid bear. If you're watching Muted, you're probably really confused by all of this. I'm not talking about dinosaurs right now. I'm really not. Anyway. Man, there's so much. Like, if you're taking requests, I'm sure the chat could let you know exactly what they want. Man of Warb says, replaying Fallout 4, and I swear every time I hear Garrus, I crack a calibrations joke. His voice is everywhere. Settlers, Raiders, Diamond City Guards, like his voice is absolutely everywhere. Finn Balor on Twitch says, where did you find that Slocum's Joe donut? I want one. It was on the Bethesda shop. That's an official Bethesda prop. Dennis Young 2 says, love when I catch you live. You have an amazing personality. Oh, thank you very much, Dennis. I'm going to have to play Personality now. The song from Diamond City Radio. Nuka Tom says, to start us off before the game, let's pour one out for poor Eugene. He got turned around instead of turned on. May he rest in corn. Let's pour one out for poor Eugene. He got turned around instead of turned on. May he rest in corn. Is that code, Nuka Tom? Are you speaking code? Are there people from the CIA watching right now? Because I don't understand, Nuka Tom. But thank you. Steel 101 says, what I love in the Fallout 4 story is the Captain America / Blade Runner theme. I've had some fun conversations with fans about the synths and the factions. Yeah, I can see where you're going there. I mean, it's Revolutionary War Captain America, not, 1950s fighting the Nazis Captain America. But yeah, I mean, the fact that it was set in Boston, the birthplace of democracy, and then all of the, American history going along with that, juxtaposed with the destruction of America as a nation, it's a poignant and poetic setting for the Fallout universe. Really great choice. KT says, finally bought the Power Noodles shirt after wanting it for years. Been watching religiously since 2017. It was about time. Love the Norm video, by the way. Thank you, KT. I'm working on another Fallout TV show video. I'm doing great progress. I should get it done by the weekend, and I think you'll all really love it as well. Rachel says, I love the idea that Todd Howard lives in a small amount of fear, and Oxhorn may appear around the corner to grill him on Fallout lore. It's like, I can't explain it. Like, I don't know what it is. Did he think? Maybe it's because he didn't know me, and maybe he doesn't know me at all. Or maybe he knew me by reputation only, and he thought that I was going to be one of those guys who just kind of walks up to him all sweaty and, gets his mouth right in his ear and goes, hi, Todd. You know that one time that you had the powder gangers in the prison, but there's this part where they did this thing, and I don't think you realize that. One of those guys. He's probably thought that I might be one of those guys and was scared. But I tried to be as not weird and normal as I possibly could. That is to say, I tried to be normal and not weird. As not weird, but as most normal as possible. I realized that entire sentence itself was weird. But regardless, I didn't want to intimidate him. I'm not that much taller than him either. Like, I'm not a tall guy. I'm 5'10", which is normal human male height. So I didn't tower over him. I mean, I did tower, but it wasn't that, like, I wasn't 6 foot tall or anything like that. Alien Face says, hello, Ox. Hope you're doing amazing. Sony caved to the Hell Divers' demands. It's a big victory. Also, not playing System Shock anymore. If I do go back to System Shock, it's going to be in spates. Just every now and then, maybe once a month, I'll try a little System Shock or something because I like exploring other games and doing new things. I'm not necessarily deciding to 100% complete every single game that I play. The nice thing about a game like this, Killer Frequency, is every few minutes something new is happening. You've got a new holotape or a new dialogue or a new commercial or a new joke or you're seeing something new. With System Shock, you get the setting and then you've got the puzzles and then it's 4 hours of just trying to survive and figure it out, which is interesting from a gameplay perspective, but I'm not necessarily sure that it's interesting from a viewer perspective. We'll see. Clueless in Cali says, I heard the company that makes yardsticks won't be making them any longer. Yeah, they probably won't make yardsticks any longer or rulers any longer. I mean, because, they're yardsticks and rulers. They've got a set. The joke writes, thank you for that one, Clueless in Cali. Brandon Beltfed says, where does the Brotherhood of Steel get their ranch dressing? Hidden Valley. It's too hot. It's too hot for jokes like that. I'm shaking my head too much, and now my head is sweating from all of the muscles that I'm using right now just because I'm so disappointed. And it's too hot in the Seattle area. We had a bit of a heat wave, and I'm sweltering. I'm sweltering in this heat. So no jokes like that. Just, those are called groaners. I feel like I'm just, Thank you for that one, Brandon Beltfed. Rachel says, so you're going to put the lantern on the windowsill, right? Also, does this start your vintage Fallout junk collection? I vote typewriter next. Well, I have to be very careful with size. Even in the Fallout universe, the typewriter is huge. So, yeah, I'd have to be very careful with anything else I add to my office. So, probably not. It's John Moy on Twitch says, Oxhorn, I saw your tweet about Pentiment, and it makes me wonder if you would ever stream it. It's one of my all-time favorite games. Such an amazing story. I would, if it was voiced, which it's not. Like, I bought it, and I started playing it, but then I realized it wasn't voiced, and I'm not doing that again. I did that with Disco Elysium, and I loved Disco Elysium. It was such a great game, which is why I broadcast the entire thing. But back when I played Disco Elysium, which was 2018, 2019, it was a version of the game that didn't have voice acting for every dialogue piece. Since then, they've released an update that adds voiced dialogue to every scrap of text, which is great. But at the time, they didn't have that. So I had to read it all while playing the game. There was no reprieve. Like, in Horizon Zero Dawn, there are moments when I start a cutscene and then I can sit back and light my cigar and take a drink while we all watch the cutscene play out. But in Disco Elysium, there was none of that. I was constantly talking for 4 hours straight. I was talking for all of the dialogue. Then I was talking while I was narrating my navigation. And that's the way it would be with Pentiment, because there's no voice dialogue. And so I would love to play the game, but I'm not streaming it. I'm not streaming it. Jormungandr, which I believe is some sort of world serpent or something, says, thoughts on the show saying America wanted the bombs to fall to test the vaults? I mean, that's not really what the show says. You should watch my video on Vault-Tec Revealed, because I explain exactly what Vault-Tec's motivation was for dropping the bombs, and that wasn't really it. They had a philosophical reason for dropping the bombs. They wanted to get rid of competition, and their greatest weapon was time. Conversely, their greatest enemy was time, and so they felt like they had to harness time and use it as a weapon against their enemies in order to eliminate competition. Their thought was that if they can outlast everyone else on the Earth, then they'll be the only ones left, and there will be no further competition. And in so doing, that's going to get rid of things like war, because if there are no other factions, there's no one left to fight with. So they had a personal business reason for doing it, which ultimately breaks apart under even the most rudimentary scrutiny. But it's theirs, and it's in the show, so okay, whatever. But then more importantly than that, they had a philosophical reason for doing it. They wanted to get rid of factions, and so they decided to drop the bombs. Now, ultimately, we don't really know if they did. It's implied that they did. Moldaver tells us that they did, and then in the big council meeting, they proposed the idea of doing it, but we don't actually see them push the button in Season 1. We don't actually have first-hand evidence that they did. Perhaps that'll come in Season 2, and, you know, I think I'll probably suppose, we'll presume for the moment that, yeah, Vault-Tec really did drop the bombs. And if that's true, then they did so to eliminate all competition and to get rid of all factions. The interesting thing is that all of the other experiments going on in all of the other vaults really had nothing to do with Vault-Tec. That was part of the Great Game, and I'm going to be doing a video on this later, but we learned about the Great Game for the first time back in the Point Lookout DLC, and we learn now through the show that the Great Game was having a variety of different corporations in the Fallout universe have access to vaults where they could run their own experiment for the betterment of human survival, and may the best experiment win. That was the Great Game. Vault-Tec's part of that game, at least Bud Askin's part of the Great Game, was the Vault 31, 32, and 33 experiment, where they have managers, Vault-Tec managers, who take over the wasteland, and management is the future, right? So it's a multi-layered thing there. Like Vault-Tec has their own experiment with managers, and they're responsible for destroying the Earth, but they're responsible for destroying the Earth not necessarily to test the vaults, but primarily to remove competition. But at the same time, there were the tests going on. So it's a little bit more complicated than that. Ur says, is there a way in Fallout 4 to increase the amount of props in a settlement? Maybe via console commands or something? Love you, big guy. Also, balls! Whoa, hey now, let's not be crass. You can't just shout balls. It's yay balls, thank you very much, and only if you're a sports fan. Console commands, no, at least I don't think so. Every single settlement has a hard-wired settlement limit, and the reason for that is for game stability. Like, you can't load in too many meshes in an area before the game starts to bog down. So that's the reason that they have it. There are a variety of mods out there that increase the build limit. Oh, wait. Okay, it's been so long. It's starting to come back to me. Maybe there is a console command? Listen, I'm not the right one to ask because I haven't touched my settlements in years. Like, literally since 2016 or 2017. So I'm the wrong guy to ask. But I know there's a way to do it because I did it back in my games. Mr. Virus says, what does a gay horse eat? Hey. Hey. Thank you, Mr. Virus. That was great. So good. Throwing Stream with a very generous super chat says, "Hi Ox, love your stuff. I know I already suggested it, but I really think you should play a game, The Talos Principle 2. It's a puzzle game. So yes, it's a slower game, but all the lore, the moral decisions you have to make, and all the philosophical aspects of it, I know you're going to love it. The Talos Principle 2. Yeah. Wait, is that a synth? Ooh, no, it looks a lot like a synth. It's not a synth, but it kind of looks like one. Overwhelmingly positive. Wow. Okay. I've got it on my list. Thank you, Throwing Stream. Levartation says, whoop, flew off the screen, see if I can find it. Levartation says, as we talked about, yes, I have made the Vim bottle for you. It's not painted yet, but yes, always taking your requests. Apollo G was a great joke. It was, yeah. I remember talking about the Vim bottle now. I'm excited about that. Can't wait to see how that turns out. But then, like, there's more. If you want, I've got ideas. I think we've all got ideas, Levartation. Like, I really want that Wakemaster alarm clock. Like, there's so much that we could do. Donald Moore says, why is the queen the strongest piece on a chessboard? This is, okay, this is a very crass and sexist joke, okay? It's sexist. It's bad, okay? Just... Why is the queen the strongest piece on the chessboard? Because the board looks like a kitchen floor. Wow. Wow, Donald Moore, that's just... shame. No. No, we do not allow that. That's just... It's not funny. It's so not funny. Wow, Donald Moore. The Raging Krogan says, Ox, can you try to sing a bit of the Numa Numa song? I listened to it recently and wondered how it would sound in your voice. I don't know how to take that. I know. I don't really know the song. I can't sing it because I don't know it. Shame, shame, says MDX16. Yes, shame. It was a bad joke. Bad, Donald. So not cool. Mr. Stewart says, Ox, with Tango Gameworks closing, do you have any interest in playing Ghostwire Tokyo? I think the tone of the game would be good for a future Scotch and Smoke Rings. Keep up the good work, Ghostwire Tokyo. Huh. Published 2022. Very positive reviews. All the reviews are in Japanese. Okay, that's a problem. Wait, no, here we go. We got... All right. I'll have to look into it more. It's not typically the kind of game I go for. But it's certainly worth exploring. Thank you very much. Loch Ness says, "Hey Ox, not sure if it's your type of game, but I've always wanted to ask, would you consider playing Untitled Goose Game for a stream?" I might have already. Wait, no, I'm thinking of the goat. The goat simulator. Overwhelmingly positive reviews, published 4 years ago in 2020. Untitled Goose, a stealth simulator. Okay, I think I would actually really like this. It looks funny. Yeah, maybe. Thank you, Loch Ness. Retro Wave gifted 10 Oxhorn memberships to the community. Thank you, Retro Wave, and congratulations to Merdin Philippe, Somni224, Marine98, Stephen Hall, Loot Goblin, Tammy Nater, Psy Cow, Jake, PJ Ashley, and Arc Knight 1997-7. Well done, and thank you so much. Men of Warp says, if Vault 33 has a genetic diversity problem requiring Lucy to agree to a blind exogamic marriage, imagine the simulation in Vault, or the situation in Vault 81 and 101. Yeah, I think we're just supposed to believe that Vault-Tec, before the bombs dropped, ensured that there were going to be enough people in their control vaults to make sure that the experiments would last. Like, at least enough to ensure that the experiments would last the test of time. Even though some of the vaults we find look like they couldn't house that many people. Michael Eastridge says, "Hey Ox, what would you like to see in Season 2 of Fallout and why?" That's a great question. There's too much for me to answer there, so I recommend you check out the video that I published last week, I think it was, what I would like to see in Season 2, because I answered that very exact question. Ultimately, I think I'd like to see more of the story about Moldaver explained, to learn more about her life and where she's been for the past 200 years. Things like that. Velocity Majors says, "Love your content. Been watching since the World of Warcraft stuff. Love the Fallout stuff. Keeps being you, man." Thank you, Velocity. I shall keeps being. Zarteth says that horse joke was a nay slayer. And was I supposed to do that with an accent too? Nay slayer? Is that some sort of Gen Z slang or something? If so, I don't get it. Thank you, Zarteth. The Raging Krogan says, "I think you may have missed my super chat." Sorry, The Raging Krogan. If I did, scrolling up as far as I can. Oh, yeah, it was the one about Numa Numa. Well, I mean, there, you went and paid twice for me to notice your... And ultimately, I didn't sing it, did I? Sorry, The Raging Krogan, I don't know the song. It's like Numa Numa Hey, Numa 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 Hey. Something, 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 Numa Numa Hey, Numa 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 Hey. That's all I know. Nuka Tom says, "Tonight on Scotch and Smoke Rings, our terrific title role in Tricon returns to tantalize and terrify, taking Will to his new job on 189.19 The Scream, despite being a live 911 operator with a killer on the loose. Will he unravel the mystery, or will he continue to forget who Eugene is?" Eugene. Who's Eugene? Was Eugene the guy that I got killed in the maze? I remember okay, that's the guy I got killed in the maze, right? Look, I was doing really good at the beginning, but then I started to get tired. You know, we were 2 hours into the broadcast, and then I got Eugene killed in the maze. And then Murphy, was that the reporter, and I got him killed. Why did they have to bring him up? He was so stupid. Why did he run? Like, they designed him to die. I save him from the freaking journalist house, and then he goes with his gun, and they all let him loose. They designed that character just to die. He was so stupid. But he's also tragic because his last words are, tell my son that I love him. Like, he's a single dad. And you're like, come on. Hopefully I won't get anyone else killed tonight. That's my goal. Cheng Yang says, hello, Ox, playing Fallout 4. The first time, I just thought it was about building settlements, and I didn't focus on the main quest. I finally finished Fallout 4, and I need to finish Skyrim and Starfield. Well, congratulations on finishing Fallout 4. Did you really, though? Because can you finish Fallout 4? You can beat the main quest, but there's a lot to the game. But yeah, good luck with Skyrim and Starfield. I beat Starfield and enjoyed it. I've played both of them. Skyrim was... I know that it's a classic, but I don't remember much about it. But Starfield, I did enjoy Starfield despite its problems. Donald Moore says, my pittance, good sir. Thank you. Your pittance is accepted after that dad joke. Cheers. Integra Wolf says, where did you get all of your Fallout merch? Various places. I've collected it over years and years and years. Some of it is official Bethesda gear. Some of it is 3D printed and handmade by other people that I got on Etsy. Some of it are real, just vintage pieces. It's a hodgepodge of fun stuff. Retro Wave says, I was wondering what you thought of the 12 stars on the Enclave logo /flag. I was wondering if it could be 12 main headquarters under one flag. I was just thinking about this. I think it has more to do with the stars on the pre-war American flag, but no, that's 13 Commonwealths, right? How many stars are on the pre-war American flag? Oh, okay. They vary. Some have 13 stars, some have 14 stars, and there are even 50-star variants. Well, that's a problem. What? I never knew this. Huh. Okay, well, I guess they don't have the stars correct. Well, I was going to say that because the Enclave is the remnants of the U.S. government, it would make sense for them to have 13 stars just to signify that. But you say that it only has 12 stars. Well, that's an interesting question. I don't know. Gianna says, hey, fam, I think you missed one of my posts in your last streams, so here's this. How many ears does Captain Picard have? 3. His left ear, his right ear, and his final front ear. Love you all. Thank you, Gianna. Excellent as always. The Raging Krogan says, of course, what do you call a horse that lives next door? Your neighbor. Too much. Enough. I'm dead. No more horse jokes. I don't like it. Raging Krogan. Jackalwise says, never forget about truck in glorious Technicolor. Never would, my friend. Never would. Okay, are we done? Let's see. Now, we've got 7 more minutes of the show, and then we're going to dive back into killer frequency. So, if you've got a question, you want to tell a joke, 7 minutes, get it in now before I start the game. Tony J says that the EU has 12 stars on the flag because they just say that it's the mathematically perfect number. It's just an excuse to not keep changing it when more members join. Yeah, you're probably right about the EU flag, but in the Fallout universe, I don't think the European Union ever existed. So we can't, connect the two there. I think it probably has something to do with the provinces. The Commonwealths, right? There's The states, the America before the bombs dropped didn't have 50 states. It got changed and converted into commonwealths or provinces or something. Bloodwolf says, "Hi Ox, do you ever use any glitches or exploits in any of the Fallout games, or do you not use them in your playthroughs?" I don't use them because it spoils the fun for me, but I do use them in order to shoot footage sometimes. There will be times when I need to get through a barrier to show what's on the other side of a wall. A good example of this is when I explored the Museum of Freedom in episode 2 of my full story of Fallout 4. Behind the walls, hidden behind the walls in the Museum of Freedom, are entire rooms with posed skeletons and other environmental storytelling that you never see because they decided to close that section off. So in order to do stuff like that, another is the Boston Library. There's even a terminal that's hiding in the Boston Public Library. In order to show off stuff like that, I do have to use console commands. But I always do that on a save that I discard later, not on my main game save. Steel 101 says, "I could change my name to Mr. Ed, lol." Well, a horse is a horse. Of course. Mike became a bronze ox. Thank you so much, Mike. Mark from Sales says, "Did you hear about the man who was hospitalized with 6 plastic horses inside him?" No? How did they get inside him? I don't want to know. The doctor described his condition as stable. Stable, as in a barn, but oh, Mark. It's getting late. I think I need to do something. Maybe I should go to bed. Think I need sleep? Yeah, I think I need some sleep. Stable. Thank you. Thank you, Mark from Sales. Jackal Wise says, "Have you heard about Infamous Second Son? It's a really good game set in Seattle, though might be PlayStation exclusive." PlayStation exclusive. Doggone it. All the Seattle games are PlayStation exclusives. I just want to play a game that's set in Seattle for once. Thank you, Jackalwise. Connor Seto became a bronze ox. Thank you, Connor. Jersey says, "A pony walks into a oh, dear God. What are we doing? Why are we doing more horse? Okay, all right, fine. At least it's a horse joke, and it's not something worse." Mr. Virus says, "Quit horsing around." Yeah, Jersey says, "A pony walks into a noisy bar and tries to order a beer. The bartender says, 'I can't hear you. You'll have to speak up.' The pony says, 'Sorry, I'm a little horse.'" Pony, little horse. Man of Orb says, "This place is becoming unstable due to excessive horseplay." Yeah, I can see it coming on. It's about to explode. Like the energy in the chat right now, it's a spark away from just igniting. We need to get into the game before things get haywire here. Mark from Sales says, "After that bad joke, Ox has pony voice. It's a little horse." Yep. I think the little horse jokes. Yeah, let's do more of those. Let's do 30 more of those. Josh Bunton says, "These jokes tonight are unneighborly." Yeah, here it comes. All right. What time is it? Is it time? Move on to the 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and I can start the game and ignore all the horse jokes. Jared on Facebook says, "Hi, Ox. Sorry I'm late for the stream. Last weekend, I got to see the Fallout TV show on my mom's Amazon Prime account that she didn't know she had. Lol." Well, congratulations, and I hope you enjoyed it. Nuka Tom says, "How do you make an Appaloosa? Shake the tree." How do you make an Appaloosa? Okay, how you loosen the apple by shaking the tree. But what's an Appaloosa? Is it like a porridge or a pie or something? I mean, it sounds like a carnival or a musical convention. An Appaloosa? Connor Seto says, hey, Ox, hope you're doing well. This is my first time donating. I'd like to recommend a game. It's called The Forgotten City. It's a Roman mystery game that was once a Skyrim mod. Forgotten 10 out of 10 on Steam. 85% on Metacritic. Wow. Oh, yeah, I've had this one recommended before. Looks good. I'll have to check it out. Alt Grendel says, Cat's Paw 79's hometown was hit by a tornado. Let's send prayers, positive thoughts their way. Cat's Paw Gaming, yeah. I hope she's all right. Definitely sending positive thoughts Cat Paw's way. The Raging Krogan says, why did Oxhorn bring a map to his YouTube channel? Because he always gets lost in the comment section. Well, certainly in the past, more so than today, but that's very true. Game time, says Toby Noble. Yay, it's game time. All right, let's open up Killer Frequency and see where we're at. Okay, are we ready? Oh, it's Cat's Paw 79, not Cat's Paw Gaming. My apologies. Sorry if I got that wrong. Best wishes, Cat's Paw. It's John Moy says, the whistling in this game is so creepy, Oxhorn. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I love the name of this radio station. K-Fam. Nuka Tom says, Appaloosa may or may not be a kind of horse. Ah. Well, I now see what you did there. It sounded like a music festival.
Hit the button and take the call.
Okay, when we last left our hero here, he accidentally got Murphy, or Miller, or whatever his name is, killed. Let's see if we can avoid that this time.
Welcome to 189.16 The Scream, with me, your host, Forrest Nash.
Forrest, Teddy Gallows Jr. here. I just want to say that my thoughts and prayers are with my Gallows Creek neighbors during this awful time.
Oh, it's mayoral candidate and scion of the town founders, Mr. Gallows. Are you in danger?
We need to be a town of law and order. We need cops who have the tools and funding they need to keep us safe.
Okay, Teddy.
I know you're an outsider to our little town here, Forrest. But you're really stepping up to bat for us all tonight. I just want to say thank you for taking a swing for Gallows Creek.
Jackass.
Teddy, this isn't the time for your political ads. Stop.
I just want to make sure our town is safe and prosperous. That's why the Gallows Family Factory, founded by my father...
Oh my God.
Theodore C. Gallows, God rest his soul, which employs over 200.
Teddy, unless you've got an emergency, I'm cutting you off.
You know what? I do have a problem.
Okay.
A problem that's ruining our town. You know what it is?
Your family waste plant just burned down, so now we have nowhere to dump our garbage?
The problem is that woman, our current mayor, Linda Cartwright.
Oh, here we go.
She just isn't one of us. Linda Cartwright is un-American, unstable, and
You're not better than anyone, Teddy. Just because you inherited half the town.
your producer sounds a little unstable too.
Whoa.
Don't you dare speak to me that way.
Bit of a
Cut him off,
sexist.
Peggy.
I can guarantee this kind of thing will not happen when I take office. The moral decay of...
And that's enough of Teddy Gallows Jr. for one lifetime.
I always feel disgusting after hearing him talk. Just play an ad, Forrest? I need a minute.
We'll be right back after these messages.
I read Nuka Tom's. Thank you, Nuka Tom. Julian Z says, "Hi, Ox. Sorry I'm late, but caught up at 2 times speed. Hope you save everyone left tonight. Can't wait to see who the killer is. Yeah, I hope I save them all too."
Time to play a commercial.
Great party, man.
Thanks. Can I grab another beer?
Hey, sure thing. Let me grab you one out of the fridge. Oh no, we're out of beer. What am I gonna do? The party is going to be over.
Fear not. The Grilling Spree will give you a free 6-pack of beer if Gallows High wins this Tuesday.
Say what?
That's right. Order a meal deal from us and you'll get a free 6-pack of beer if Gallows High wins.
Free 6-pack? Righteous!
You heard me. 6 beers if Gallows High wins. Sounds like you've already had enough beers.
I hope we murder them.
Me too, Billy. Me too. Come on down to Grilling Spree or call 555-749-8335.
Hey!
We've got barbecue you'll die for.
We've got
Yeah.
barbecue you'll die
Hey,
for.
Forrest. Do you know what the Grill Reaper's favorite grilling spree order is?
I have a feeling you're going to tell me.
Spare ribs.
Just get me back on the air. And we're back.
We got a caller. You know what to do. Caller on line 1.
Oh, already? Okay. Gianna says, having a little contention with my parents in regards to my transitioning, but I think
The
they are
line's lit
slowly
up.
accepting it
I
more.
need to take the call.
Well, good luck to you, Gianna, and I hope it works out.
Hello, caller. You're live on the stream with me, Forrest Nash.
Oh,
Hello, caller.
Who is this? I need the police.
I'm Forrest Nash. I'm standing in for 911 tonight. What's wrong?
There's a guy hunting me and my friends.
oh no.
I think he's killed some of them already. That's him. He's just outside. I can see him from up here.
God damn it. She's just a kid.
Oh, I can't let the kid die.
Where are you? Are you somewhere safe?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Stay with me, kid. Focus.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Focus. Tell me, what's your name?
Sweetie, you can do it. What's your name?
I can't let the kid die.
Carrie.
Good. Carrie, listen to me. We're gonna get you out of there. All right? Now, where are you?
The old murder house. Upstairs. I'm at the end of a hall.
The all murder?
There's a bathroom, a couple bedrooms, closet. Oh, he's coming. Where should I go?
The old murder house? What do you mean the old murder house? Can I put her on hold? Is there a map of the old murder house? Oh, see, this is the mistake I made last time. It was towards the end of the broadcast. I was getting tired, and I just told her stuff. Okay, I gotta find a map of the old murder house. Well, where am I gonna find a map of the old murder house? I can't leave. Ooh, it's not letting me leave. Okay. Crap.
Go to the bedroom.
Okay, I'll... He's here. He's here. He's gonna kill me.
Forrest, I don't think we can...
Run! What?
Are you kidding me?
Okay, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, who's on the phone, Carrie? The cops? It's just a joke, jeez.
Wait, isn't that...
Just a prank, bro.
It was just funny, you
Just a
sicko!
prank.
Of course I called the cops, but some guy just answered instead.
What guy?
Forrest Nash, what the hell are you all doing?
It's prank night, old man.
It's a prank, bro.
Just having fun.
That's the kid! The kid who called in earlier pretending to be the whistling man.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Jimmy, everyone, it's really not safe to be out. Please, go home.
And waste whistling night? No way.
That little idiot.
Whistling night?
It's a stupid tradition. Especially stupid since that one kid died back in... Would you take off that stupid mask if it's hard to breathe? Who's under there anyway? Is that you, Seth?
Idiot. Seth is right next to you. That's, wait.
Oh no.
Who are you? Oh no, man!
Everyone, get inside!
Everyone, run!
You two, barricade the door! Scott, Heather, you barricade the back! As long as he's out there and we're in here, we're safe, right?
You bought time, but not much.
Forrest, we have to...
Heather, I already called the cops. Forrest picked up. He's the best we're gonna get.
Who is with you, Carrie?
My friend, we drove out to the old murder house and... Oh, of course! The van! Who's got the keys? Jimmy had them. Jimmy. Oh.
I'm sorry about Jimmy.
Thank you. This is crazy, Forrest.
We'll figure something out. Between all of you, there's gotta be a way to beat this. Just sit tight, okay?
Heather, shut up. If we do that, we're gonna get killed. If only Jeannie were here.
Jeannie? Jeannie McPherson? Our intern Jeannie?
Yes. She's my best friend and the smartest one out of all of us. She stayed in tonight. Forrest, listen. We'll see what we can come up with, and, What? Scott, you're not any good at... And... No, Chad. Out of all of us, you're not the one to... Oh.
Everything okay?
No. We're figuring out a plan, but everyone's volunteering to do things they're just bad at. I think we can figure out what to do, but I don't think we can agree on who should do what. I think you'll have to be the tiebreaker. Or else
Okay.
these idiots are gonna get us killed.
But
I didn't even know these people.
Shut up! You... Ugh. Forrest, I'll call you back.
But I don't know anything about your friends.
These damn kids never learn.
Breathe, Peggy. It's okay.
They do this kind of thing every year, Forrest. People get hurt.
All right, folks. We're gonna work out a way to save Carrie and her friends. This next one goes out to all the trapped kids out there.
189.16.
I think I know what to do. Jenny McPherson is an intern. Oh, come on, what?
Peggy, you mentioned something about their friend working here? An intern?
Yeah, Jeannie. Seems a nice enough girl, but a bit head in the clouds, you know? Not sure why we took on an intern. We really didn't have the office space for one. Poor thing got tucked away in a dark corner somewhere downstairs, I heard.
All right, I'll go see if I can find her desk. Hopefully she has something we can use.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Okay, hold on. I forgot my cigar cutter.
Peggy said her desk is downstairs.
I'm going to. I just hold on. I got it. There we go. Got my cigar. Just chill out, Forrest. Don't talk to me again. I don't need you internal monologuing right now. Okay, that was an extended segment. I'm going to pick up on all of the super chats that I missed during it. Mikey Plays says, Friday the 13th radio drama? Yeah, something like that. Keegan Wyatt says, have you thought about playing Pacific Drive? A car-based and Pacific Northwest with sci-fi and thriller elements. Sounds like your thing. I have had it recommended on the program before. I should check it out. Pardon me. Michael Ewan says, would you ever consider playing Detroit Become Human? That game has a ton of divergent endings, so it would be easy to have a very different playthrough. I've actually already played that game. I streamed it live here on my YouTube channel several years ago now. You can check out my playlist to see the entire playthrough. Mikey Plays says, how about an Alien Isolation style Friday the 13th game that you have to guide people out and try to keep at least some of them safe? Well, that's kind of what we're doing right now. Hopefully we'll be able to keep Carrie and her friends safe. Michael Ewan says, I said replayed. Oh, I see. You want me to replay Detroit Become Human. Well, as much as I really thoroughly enjoyed the game, I don't think there's going to be enough divergent gameplay to justify a complete new playthrough.
Jeez, they really tucked Jeannie away.
Mark from Sales says, a horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, hey. The horse says, buddy, you read my mind. Okay, good luck on the new job. Jeannie, good luck. I'm so proud of you. Make lots of friends and work hard. Lots of love, Mom. Don't mess it up. Axe Final Decapitation. What is that? Is that a VHS tape? Do we have a VHS player? Is there a TV? I guess not. We'll set it over here for now. Alone. She's lonely. She likes film and cameras. Storm Riders, rock on, gallows for life. Jimmy plus Jeannie. Okay, Jimmy and Jeannie were a couple. They were an item. Awesome tattoo idea. Property of Jeannie. So Jimmy was her boyfriend. Oh my God. And he's the one who died. Okay, there's a trailer on fire, a lighter, Storm Riders, rock and roll, gallows for life. I think this is important. I'm gonna leave it there.
Friendship quiz. This might work.
Jeannie and Carrie's friendship quiz. Most likely to peak Mount Everest, Hot David, Kyle or Heather. Okay, so Heather is adventurous with high stamina. 2, most likely to win the award for worst poker face, Cynthia. And then Scott, Chad, and Tammy are tied. Okay, so if we need somebody to lie, don't choose Cynthia. Most likely to end up in prison, Seth. Most likely to escape prison, Jennifer. Most likely to become an Olympic athlete, Hot David and Heather. Most likely to pass their driving test without any errors, Jimmy, but he's dead. Most likely to win an Oscar, Lisa and Tammy. Most likely to beat everyone at go-karting, that's going to be Scott. Most likely to trip while running in a horror movie, Jimmy, he's already dead. Most likely to end up in a car crash, Scott. Okay, I think we've got what we came for. Well, that's definitely creepy. That is a creepy hour. Alt Grendel says a horse walks into a bar. A chicken crosses 3 roads. A lot of animals do things. It's not our place to judge. Wise words, Alt Grendel. Swag Assassin says, hey Ox, playing Fallout 4 and found Vault 88, and holy crap, that place is way too big to be a settlement. Also, where was Vault 81? Check out my video on Vault 88. I managed to use all of its interior to build a huge sprawling vault. And 81 is close to, I want to say the settlement with the pool. It started with an S. I forget. It's been too long. The slog. Yeah, the slog.
Hey, you find anything that'll help us out?
Yeah, I found a friendship quiz with all these kids on it.
If you think that'll help, then good enough. Carrie's on line 1, whenever you're ready.
Okay. I gotta focus here. Oh no, oh no, oh no. I hope it's not timed.
This is Forrest Nash, back again with an unlucky caller on this unlucky night. Carrie, are you there?
Yes, we've got a plan, but we can't agree on who should do what.
You want me to be the tiebreaker?
Exactly.
I'm ready. What's the first step?
Okay, first things first, we'll need a spotter. Someone who can keep an eye on the killer. We'll need someone on the roof. It's gonna be a hard climb. We're deciding between Heather, Kyle, and Hot David.
I love how his name is just Hot David. It's gonna be a tough climb. That's gonna be Heather.
Heather's got this.
Yes, Heather, He picked you. Now please, stop talking about all your cheerleading trophies. Part 2. The Whistling Man padlocked the gate back to the road. Before we drive out of here, we need someone to pick the lock. Seth, Jennifer, and Scott all want to do it.
Most likely to escape is Jennifer. So Jennifer it is.
Jennifer.
Jesus, Jennifer, you carry a bump key? Why didn't you say so earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, that brings us to part 3. Getting the van keys. I'll volunteer for this. I don't know Jimmy as well as you guys, so it'll probably be easier that way. Then is part 4.
Most likely to end in a car crash, that's going to be Scott. Okay, we've got three options. This plan is impressive, this plan is long, this plan is ambitious. Let's try ambitious.
This plan is, well, it's ambitious.
Thank you.
You're doing great. What's the next part?
Part 4, we need someone to lead the Whistling Man away. We need a fast runner. For this one, we're trying to decide between... Who was it again? Todd, David, Cynthia, and Scott.
Okay, Olympic athlete is Hot David and Heather. But Trip is Jimmy. So Hot David isn't even on there. So we're going to go with Hot David.
Hot David.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time running shirtless. You got this, Hot David. Sweet. Okay, let's recap. We get the eyes on the roof. A runner distracts the killer while we grab the van keys and pick the lock on the gate. Now the tricky part. The getaway.
Ooh, what's the plan there?
Well, we can't all outrun the Whistling Man. But he thinks we're just a bunch of stupid teens. So, let's use that against him. Part 5. We trick the killer into a trap. Someone can pretend to be injured. Who would make the most believable lead?
Who you got?
We got Lisa, Tammy, and Cynthia.
Okay, most likely to win an Oscar is Lisa and Tammy. But Tammy also has most likely to win the award for worst poker face. So I think we should go with Lisa.
Lisa.
You're right, Lisa. Having to smile at rude customers is perfect practice. That should take care of the killer. And then it's time to get out of here. Finally, part 6. We need someone who can drive us through the woods and back to Gallows Creek alive. Who's our getaway driver? Should it be... Who have we got? Chad? Scott? Cynthia? Whatever. Forrest, you know what to do.
Scott, Cynthia, or Chad? Well, it can't be Scott. Chad isn't even on the most likely to end up in a car crash. Trip. Go-karting. Most likely to beat everyone at go-karting would be Scott. But most likely end up in a crash is also Scott. Crap. Chad is also on the list for most likely to beat everyone at go-karting, but he's not on the list to end up in a car crash. So it's got to be Chad. I'm going Chad.
Chad.
Oh, perfect. Your go-karting experience will be great, Chad. Thanks, Forrest. We'll just take a few seconds for ourselves.
Okay, here we go.
It's go time.
Sounds good. Talk to you in a sec.
Good luck, Carrie. That actually sounded like a pretty good plan.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, let's hope. Oh, the kids are back already. Line 1 again.
If you're just tuning in, we're coming to you live with a bunch of teens about to flee a madman. Listener discretion is advised. Are you ready, Carrie?
We're good to go, Forrest.
Alrighty then. Hit it.
You got this.
Here we go, everyone! Spotter! To the roof! Go, Heather! She's off and away! Alright, Renner. Get ready. Wait for the spotter's signal. Spotter says go! Wait! Lockpicker, go! I'll get the key locked. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, his face is...
The keys, Carrie. You need to get the van keys.
His face is lying next to him, Forrest.
No!
He got cut.
Oh!
Oh,
Focus!
God.
Focus. Breathe.
Right. Right. The van keys. Got him. It's... Jennifer got the gate unlocked. And Hot David should be back any second. Perfect. It's working. I can't believe it's actually working.
You're doing great.
Focus. You got this.
We got this. Next step, trap the killer. All right. Wait. Get into position. Everybody else, hide. Okay, performer. Now, act like your life depends on it.
Oh.
There he is. He's buying it. Now! Push the bookshelf over! Oh my god! He went through the floor! Spotter! You need to climb down now! We gotta go! He's coming down. And yes! Heather! Quick, everyone to the van. Driver, take the keys. The damn gate swung shut. Huh? What? It won't stay open. I'll
Oh
hold
no!
You
Oh,
drive
no.
through.
Oh no!
Carrie!
What was that?
It's a whistling man. Drive! Now!
Carrie! No! No,
Go.
Carrie!
Just go! Just drive!
Oh my god.
Please, no! No!
Carrie?
He just stared at me.
Carrie!
Carrie?
Just stared at me. And walked into the woods.
What?
I don't understand.
Thank God you're okay.
Can you get somewhere safe?
I can make it home. Thank you both for helping. If you hadn't,
It was your plan, Carrie, and it was a great plan.
Don't forget Jeannie. Her friendship quiz saved the day.
Told you she was the best. I need to get home.
Breathe, Carrie. You're okay now.
I'll call you when I'm somewhere safe. Talk to you then.
Folks, that was a lot. Our thoughts go out to Jimmy's parents in this awful time. For any kids listening in, please stay inside and stay safe.
And parents, hug your kids extra tight tonight.
Here's a song for the girl walking home in the dark.
Fade to black.
Hey, we had a call come in.
Nuka Tom says, group of teens in a spooky house being chased by a scary masked
Caller
man.
waiting for us.
To try and get back to their van, you'd think there'd be a dog in the equation. You'd think. Well, I don't know how, but we managed to keep everyone alive. Yay! Gianna says, what's a Ferengi's favorite game show? The Price is Right.
Hit the button. We have a
Yeah,
caller.
that tracks.
Forrest Nash here. Listeners, we've got another caller live on 189.16, The Scream. What's on your mind, caller?
Hey, Forrest. I just wanted to phone in and say that I think I speak for everyone when I say that you're providing a real service for Gallows Creek tonight. It's cool what you're doing, man.
Well, I'm just doing my job, friend. Anyway, tell me about yourself. What's your name? Are you keeping safe tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm good, thanks. I'm at my roller rink, trying to get everything ready for the Harvest Festival tomorrow. I had a guy from Starling Security here earlier installing the Starling 4000 system, so I'm a little behind. As for my name, my friends call me Roller Ricky, and I now consider you a friend, my man.
We're friends now, huh? Well, that's kind of you to say. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Sounds like roller skating is more than just a job to you. So is this vocational?
I wasn't always Roller Ricky. Once upon a time, believe it or not, I used to go by just Ricky.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back then, things were pretty rough. I used to roll with a bad crowd. Not all bad, but there was one guy. Anyway, some bad stuff went down.
Used to roll with
I
a
harbored
bad
lot of
crowd.
guilt for a long time and turned to the bottle.
Aww.
I didn't really talk about it or even know how to talk. It's just how it was. That bottle took the best years of my life. Or so I thought.
It's never too late, Roller Ricky.
How did you turn things around?
I joined a support group. I opened up about my problems, and sharing that burden just took so much weight off. It's a long story from there, but I found roller disco. I learned how to have fun again, cutting loose and making shapes. Now whenever I get down, I get down. I'm finally free from it all, man. It's important just to talk to somebody. That's the first step. Ain't that right, Max?
Aw, hello, Max.
Well, he certainly sounds like a good boy.
Max is my emotional support dog. He's a rescue dog, but I always say he's the one that rescued me. He's the best dog a guy could ask for. Of course, the first thing I did was teach him how to skate. He's better than me now, a real pro.
Max can skate.
Yeah, man! At first they said it couldn't be done, and then they said it shouldn't be done. But Maxie loves the rink, man! Is that another train, Maxie? Maxie loves trains, man. He's even got that special how to greet them.
It sounds like you two make a great pair.
Maxie appreciates all the positivity you're throwing out, my man. You know, I'm actually hosting free skating lessons tomorrow at the festival. I think it's a great opportunity to give back to the community. Man, all this talk of skating's got me itching for a boogie. Before I switch my radio off for the night, could I request a song for us? Something I can groove to, you know, something funky. It'll be me and Maxie's final boogie breakdown tonight. Then I think we'll take it down a level.
I can do that. Thanks again for calling. You and Max, be safe now, okay?
Bye, Maxie!
You got it, man. Peace.
Well, folks, this next one goes out to Roller Ricky and Max. Enjoy.
Something funky, something you can boogie to. Crying for help, late night lurkers, stab in the twilight, storm riders. God, if you dare.
Play a record, Forrest.
Let's just try this one.
You're gonna love this next track.
I really needed that call, you know, after everything.
Yeah, I get that. He talked a bit much for my taste, but it is inspiring to hear somebody come back from the brink like that.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You were thinking about Max on skates, weren't you?
Well, would you look at that? Another caller on the line. What are the odds? Better take it.
Gustavo Plays says, so we aren't playing a horror game anymore, we're just a normal small town radio now? You gotta have beats.
I have a caller waiting.
In a game like this, every call can't be a murder, right? You gotta spice it up again. Plus, I think that call probably is foreshadowing. We're getting to know Roller Ricky now, and Max the dog on roller skates. They're probably gonna come up in the future. So, let's just trust the narrative process for a bit.
Call waiting. Better take it. They might need our help.
Welcome back to 189.16, The Scream. This is Forrest Nash. How are you tonight, caller?
I'm doing okay.
Hey!
I made it home safe.
Gary!
Hey, I just wanted to thank you for doing what you could earlier. You know, even though we lost Jimmy, and I don't know.
Hey, it's okay. You were so brave earlier. You're safe now.
I wanted to ask you why. Why he didn't. Why am I.
Why what, Carrie?
Why did he spare me? After what he did. Why let me go?
Maybe he didn't kill you because he saw you as a victim.
Maybe. But why would that stop him from killing me too? After everything he did to...
These stupid hazing nights have to stop. Carrie, you did so well tonight. Stay safe and rest. Help is coming to Gallows Creek. We just need to hold on.
Thanks, Peggy. Hey, Forrest? Could I request a song?
Of course, Carrie. What song?
Any song by Blast Processor. And thank you.
This next one goes out to Carrie.
Blast Processor.
You know, what Carrie just said has really got me thinking.
About what?
The whistling man left her alone. Why? There must be a reason.
When it comes to masked whistling killers, I don't think a reason is a key part of their process.
Well, it's something to consider. I need to take a break. If you want to stretch your legs, now's the time. Just hit the Peggy button when you want to get back on air.
My thinking is that he's related to her somehow. Maybe she's his sister. Maybe, I don't know, a relative or a granddaughter or something. I don't know. Well, what do we even do now? We stretch our legs. Are there clues to find?
I'm not getting in there tonight.
Carrie. I wonder if we're going to find anything about Carrie. Well, we've already been through the bathrooms. But that's right, this is all just nonsense. Gallows Creek Chili Cook-Off. Audio medium, Bradley Carter. Ponte's Pizza, John. I'm skimming for any name Carrie. Well, I mean, she is a character in a Stephen King story. Could he have spared her because of that connection? I don't know. Gianna says a stormtrooper and a red shirt are in a room. The stormtrooper shoots the red shirt, but misses every shot. The red shirt dies anyway. Now that is a geeky joke. Sonic and Tails fan says, quick question. Have you seen the YouTube video, The World of Fallout 2040 to 2287 every month? I have not. I'm not familiar with that one. You'll have to let me know what you think about it. Jackalwise says, the killer sparing her makes me think he wanted to get all of them, and when they got away like that, it threw him off and made him withdraw to think. Yeah. Maybe. Well, we're certainly not getting any clues here. Truck. Oh, there's the VHS player. Oh, it's broken. Oh, man. Broken. Hey.
Nice. New music to play.
Hey, I found a record. All right.
So many locked doors, so few keys. That's not opening.
Every bathroom is out of order. Yikes, this place is just falling to pieces. I mean, maybe in 2024 when nobody listens to the radio, but in the 1980s? I don't know. All right, now that I know there are hidden records. Let's keep my eyes open. Right, I think that's it. Let's go and continue. one's my jam. Jackalwise says, my theory is that the killer is the one guy in the bad crowd roller Ricky hung out with, and he for some reason pointed out and then stopped. It's a good theory. Swag Assassin says, I've seen your video on Vault 88. You did amazing. Unfortunately, I'm not that patient. Might do an Underground City. Yeah.
Let's get going, Peggy.
Alrighty, we could run another
Good
segment.
luck to you, Swag
or...
Assassin.
Scratch that, Forrest. We have a caller.
You're through to 189.16, The Scream. What's your emergency?
Hello again, Forrest. Oh, that call with the teens was awful. Those poor kids. Still, I'm glad the girl didn't get hurt.
Thanks for your concern. Are you in trouble? What's on your mind?
I wanted to ask you again to play my song, Forrest. You said you were gonna play it, but you didn't.
Your name was Dawn, right?
What, Peggy? Yes. Oh, well remembered. My name is Dawn, and I wanted to ask you again to play my tune, Forrest. Long Ride Home? You know, the one that Peggy said she threw outside the window?
But we don't have that song. As you just said, Peggy threw it out the window.
But, Forrest, you do have it. It's just outside the window.
There's a serial killer on the loose. I can't just go outside hunting for a record.
I'm really sorry, Dawn, but we just can't get it right now.
But wasn't the Whistling Man just at the old murder house? That's miles from the station. It won't take you a second to grab it.
Wow, she's wanting me to risk my life for a record.
Call us back tomorrow when this is all over, Dawn, and I'll gladly play it for you then.
No, that won't do. Don't worry. I think I can bring you around. Forrest? Peggy, I'm calling with more than a request. I know something. I think I know who's gonna be next.
What?
Are you serious?
Play my song, Forrest, and you'll find out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, folks, here's some music for you while I think things over. This is I'm Coming to Getcha by Vice. One of the best tunes this year.
I'm coming to get you.
Is she serious, Peggy?
She's serious about hearing that song, that's for sure.
Peggy, I mean, is she serious about...
I don't know, Forrest, but we don't really have a choice, do we? If she's telling the truth...
All right, I'll do it.
You're a good man, Forrest. I'll slide you the key to the fire door.
Wait. Our fire door has to be unlocked?
Yeah, you know, I never thought about it, but...
It's a fire door, yeah.
We should talk to Reggie about that later.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll hold the fort down while you're out.
Yeah,
Maybe
we gotta
I'll
go
even
outside.
get a caller. That could be exciting. 189.16, The Scream. With me, Peggy.
Okay, Peggy. Just let me outside.
Locked tight.
Okay, fire exit. Fire exit. That's not it. That's the front exit. I'm guessing the fire exit is going to be over here. Ah, fire exit. Here we go. Nukatom says, Dawn, yeah, Forrest, it's right outside the studio. It should be under a cardboard box propped up by a stick. Can't miss it. Yeah, Dawn was a bit creepy, huh? Oh, is this the alleyway where I got murdered at the beginning of the show? Oh, somebody got murdered in this alleyway at the very beginning of the game. Oh no. Oh no. Was it foreshadowing? Oh no, am I gonna get mad at?
You know, I hope she'll be happy when I'm brutally murdered by the Whistling Man. Out here, in the open, alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Not at all. Oh, did you see that? Oh, did you see that? There was somebody on the other side of that fence. Oh, did you see that? Oh, no. There it is. Long ride home.
Here it is. Long ride home.
I guess that's a puzzle for later. Oh, don't kill me, Whistling Man. I just want to play music. Can't you let me live for the sake of the art of music? Oh, what was that? Okay, this alleyway is explored. Let's go this way. Locked.
Of course, it locks behind me. And of course the key doesn't work on this side. Fantastic. Maybe there's another way back in through the basement. A door, elevator, or something.
Keys Gaming says, hey, just coming in to say, hey, Oxhorn chat. Hey there, Keys Gaming. Well, now we know where that is. I wonder what happens if we do something with this.
Looks like I'm gonna have to hunt around for some new fuses. Nah, that's not right. Do the fuses add up properly?
70? Well, looks like I still need some fuses. 30. Oh. So that's 40. What sort of puzzle have I discovered here? Crap. Well, I discovered a little mini game. I can't jump. I don't have a flashlight. I'm looking for fuses and refuse. Here we go. Governor.
Bingo!
Okay, what just opened? Sonic says the video is interesting, an interesting view. Watch it if you can. All right, thank you, Sonic. I wonder what it is that I did. Ah.
I could probably survive that fall. looks like the janitor's closet. What did Peggy say his name was? Clive?
Ooh. Oh, what? What? Oh. Oh, no. Holy cow.
What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this.
Power station, trailer park, hospital, gas station. Oh my God. Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, Ant Williams, Chuck Brody, Marie Campbell. What is that? Class of 69. Ha 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 ha. I want to take this with me. Ooh. Key.
Huh, there's a key. I'll just take that. Might be important.
Hello. Why is it always mannequins? Okay, where are the pink fingers pointing? There's a finger pointing that way. The finger pointing that way. Right. Let's see. Call for donations to help Chuck Brody. Former Gallows High football captain Chuck Brody suffered a career-ending injury as a victim of the festival disaster late last year. To help him on his road to recovery, we are buying him some lottery tickets. Hopefully he gets lucky and can get back on his feet. Pun not intended. Drop tickets in the bucket below. So Chuck got injured. 1. Chuck Brody. Festival of disaster. Big wheel breaks free. 15 injured. Who's to blame? Gallows Creek Harvest Festival closed early this year after tragedy struck only hours after opening. The big wheel broke free from its supports and rolled through town. An investigation is currently underway. More on page 12. Kim Walker, flu for thought. Local doctor Kay Walker recommends all locals get their flu shot ASAP. Flu season is upon us, 84. Is no different to any other year. Make sure you're protected. Were there flu shots in 1984? I don't know. I remember my mom telling me that she didn't have flu shots when she was a kid. And that she didn't give me flu shots when I was a kid because they didn't exist then either. Were there flu shots in 84? All right, Rebecca Allen, that's blank. And then Ant Williams. Staff surge at power station. Gallows Creek Power Station hires 20 new staff in record time. In record hire, 12 of which were students from Gallows Creek High. What? 12 students hired at the power station. 12 students injured in the festival disaster. Beep beep, look out tragedy. 5 dead, 16 injured after brakes fail on bus. Tragedy struck Gallows Creek yesterday afternoon after a bus failed to stop and crashed into a fuel tanker. The deceased have been identified as Gallows Creek locals Mr. D. Rudd, Mr. M. Houghton, Mr. P. Stein, Mrs. K. Stein, and Miss J. Mildred. Police have asked for privacy for the victims. Justice for festival victims. The 2-year investigation into the festival accident has concluded. Investigators blame 2 engineers that were contracted in from the local power station. Lead engineer Ant Williams and junior engineer Sean Everett were distracted talking about horror movies while assembling the big wheel, which led to various construction mistakes. They have been ordered to do community service for a total... Okay, so Ant Williams and Sean Everett. Ant Williams. Where's Sean Everett? Crime syndicate impounded. Criminal operations shut down. 24 arrested. Inside informant walks free. Police have today finally put an end to the long-running car thieving crime syndicate. The arrests were made after a member gave up information on their co-conspirators to investigators. The informant, who asked to remain anonymous and will hereafter be referred to as R.A., has walked free with no charges. R.A.? Well, let's see exactly how watertight that alibi is. Rebecca Allen, a member of the car club. So Rebecca Allen was the informant, and she's circled on here. Marriage announcement. We would like to celebrate the marriage of Kim Walker to Peter Stein on the 30th of May, 1970. Best wishes to the happy couple. Gallows Creek Game Day. Gallows Creek High. Official Match Day Magazine. Trailer for sale cheap. Trailer 101. 63 McCready Street, Gallows Creek. I'm sick of being a local celebrity. People are so mean to me. I only stole a few cars. Who cares? Buy a new one. I'm selling my trailer and leaving town ASAP. I just want to get out of here. Please buy it. 101. Member of the syndicate, possibly. I have a feeling we're going to be back here later. And at that time, this is all going to make much more sense.
I wonder how the show's going.
Aha. Okay, so now we know how to get back down there without having to go outside. But what exactly did that key open?
I need a key to get in there.
Well, I've got a key. Apparently not that key.
I'm not getting in there tonight.
So exactly what did my key open? Well, there are two more doors over here.
That's not opening.
Do I have an inventory? No? 4 keys collected. Head back to the DJ booth. What did that key open? Michael says the key unlocked the route back upstairs. Oh, I see. So the game essentially forces you to find everything that we found in there. Okay.
Isn't that such a good song, folks? And now for... Jesus, Forrest, you've been gone for ages. I thought something had happened.
Something did happen. Clive, the janitor, might be Clive, the murderer.
What?
I'll start from the beginning. The fire door locked behind me, so...
2:40 in the morning.
Why did you heave that thing all the way up here?
Because the basement's creepy as hell, and I don't like standing around down there.
Fair. Alright, let's run through this again. We have a creepy board you found in a creepy basement, made by our creepy janitor, who you think is the creepy whistling man.
Yep.
And on the creepy board are the names Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams.
Correct.
And you think one of these people will be the whistling man's, Clive's, next target.
That's right. And we've got to find him.
You said there are 4 locations listed there too? The hospital, the power station, the gas station, and the trailer park. Clive must think the target is at one of those locations. Forrest, you're gonna have to figure out if any of the potential targets are at one of these locations tonight. Hit the button if you need any help.
Crap, I gotta figure that out. Trailer park. Oh, jeez. Colonel 87 says, I think it's Jeannie McPherson. Could be wrong. Okay, let's see where they all are. Oh, okay. I guess not. Oh, it's all on here. Yay, we don't have to go back down. Okay, Chuck Brody. Why is this in Chuck Brody? Kim Walker. That's Kay Walker. She'll be at the hospital giving flu shots. Aunt Williams is apparently at the power station. Let's see what we got here. Kim Walker and Peter Stein, 1970. R.A. That's Rebecca Allen. Aunt Williams and Sean Everett. That's Aunt Williams. Rudd, Houghton, Stein, Mildred. None of those names are on here. That's Chuck Brody. Chuck Brody. Okay, so that's why the festival is in the Chuck Brody column. He was playing football. He suffered an injury, and that's the injury that he suffered. That's where he suffered the injury. And he might have a beef against Aunt Williams because Aunt was responsible for the injury. Now this was a car thief. That's going to be down there. Rebecca Allen. 101. Oh, hold on. convention. Oh, it's at a convention. Learn about health and safety in the workplace. Featuring a special mystery guest, the lead engineer responsible for the Gallows Creek Harvest Festival disaster in 1972. They say you learn from your mistakes. Well, I turned mine into a career. Wow, so that's Ant. So he'll be at the convention. Come down to the yearly convention. So where will the convention be? Sheriff Matthews warned citizens to look out for suspicious behavior after multiple car thefts. The crime wave of 70 will be stopped. I can assure you we must work together to bring down this. All right, so car. That's going to be Rebecca Allen. 24-hour gas station bought by local ex-lottery winner. He did win the lottery. Ha! Christine's Gas and Repair has been sold to a man who won the lottery 14 years ago. The new owner claims it'll keep me busy on an evening. He has asked to remain anonymous. Well, he's no longer anonymous. Chuck Brody got injured in the disaster. It ended his football career, but he won the lottery and bought a gas station. So Chuck Brody at the gas station. Jackalwise says, if it's a regular person, how could he be getting around so fast? Could it maybe be a conspiracy of two or more working together? This game has my mind going overtime, thinking of all the possibilities. Well, yeah, that was the solution in Hot Fuzz, wasn't it? All right, so we still have this one, 10163 McCready Street. There's McCready Street. And there's the trailer park. It was right across from Romeo. There's the Doc's Pharmacy. Who is staying here? The car thief. So it's got to be Rebecca Allen. Staying in the trailer park. Okay. Chuck Brody at the gas station. Kim Walker at the doctor's office, I guess, at the Doc's Pharmacy on Ramiro and Rogers Avenue. But wait a minute. I can't believe that after this, Ant Williams got a job as an engineer. Ooh, what's this? Local legend makes it to Manhattan. Infamous author of tell-all book Diary of a Car Thief moves out of Gallows Creek for a new life in the big city. She stole our cars and then she stole our time and money, said our reviewer Jim Randy last year. Okay, so yeah. Rebecca Allen. All right, I think we know where they all are. Chuck Brody's at the gas station. Kim Walker's at the hospital giving out flu shots. Rebecca Allen is at the trailer park trying to sell her trailer. And Ant Williams is at the power station. Look at the marriage announcement again, Stein. Yeah, Kim Walker married Peter Stein in 1970. So her last name would be Stein, but unless she decided not to change it. Flu shots 84, K. Walker. But we don't have another K. Walker. And there's no Stein on this list. There's Keith. Oh my God. Keith Walker. Oh my God. There is another K. Walker on this list. Keith Walker. Oh. So she would be Kay Stein. Mrs. Kay Stein. Look at that. There it is. Mr. and Mrs. Stein died in the bus fire of 1977. So she's dead. Which means that Keith Walker is the local doctor. Wow, I would have missed that. I would have made a huge mistake. Thank you, chat. But I think I have everything else. But then this leaves us with the hospital. Kim Walker is dead. It's Keith who's at the hospital. Rebecca Allen stole cars and is now a millionaire because she's a famous author and she's moving out. $1987. All right, so this one is later in time. She was trying to sell the trailer for $10,000 in 1986. She said she was leaving town, but then it took her a year. So by February of 1987, she still hadn't sold it. No, it was sold. I see. So she started selling it in March of 1986. She sold it in February of 1987, and she moved to the big city. So she's no longer at the trailer park. She sold it. This is Thursday, September 3rd, 1987. So she sold it months ago, back in February. So she's gone. She's dead. He's the killer, which leaves Aunt Williams, the only person left in town. Tuesday, the 1st of September. Tuesday, the 1st of September, so 2 days ago. Lead engineer. Power station. Ant has no reason to be at the trailer park. He has no reason to be at the gas station. He has no reason to be at the hospital. He has every reason to be at the power station if he was hired by the power station back in 1969. That was 1969. The disaster was the disaster was in 1972. Wait. 1969 has been a great year so far. Staff surge. 12 former students at Gallows Creek High were hired to the power station. So he's had that job since 1969. The accident happened in 1972, but it looks like he didn't lose his job. Community service. That's their only thing. Does he still work at the power station? They say you learn from your mistakes. Well, I turned mine into a career. He talks health and safety now. At a health and safety convention. Police informant tell all. They've got her picture on there. Rebecca Allen. Police informant tell all. That's hilarious. Okay, well, I think we have what we need. I wish I could save scum this, but I can't.
How's it going?
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
Oh my god, oh my god, am I sure? Now I'm wondering. Top Gun says Brody is the only one still in town. Is he? Through Sunday the 6th. Oh my god, you're right. The 1st through the 6th, and today is the 3rd. But where is he at? Quiet Ridge Health and Safety Convention. Where's the Quiet Ridge Health and Safety Convention being taken place at? Like a hotel somewhere? Well, if he's at the convention, then you're right, he's not in town. So he's at the convention right now, which means he's not going to be at the power plant. But then what's the point of all of these? Every single person is gone with the exception of Chuck, who's at the gas station. On evenings. 24-hour gas station. Bought in 1986, 1 year ago, by the man who won the lottery in 1972. Chuck Brody. Well, then that means that he's got to be the target. If Aunt is out of town and Rebecca is out of town because she sold her trailer and Kim is dead from the accident, he's the only one left. He's got to be the target.
I'm sure. Let's do this.
Okay, name first. Who do you think the target is?
Chuck Brody.
And where will I find them?
The gas station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment.
Hello?
Chuck Brody! Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but we have reason to believe the Whistling Man is coming for you. You need to get yourself and everyone else out right now.
The Whistling Man? Who the hell are you? Who is this?
This is Forrest Nash. Listen, the Whistling Man's back. We found a list with your name on it, and...
Oh, God. It's today. The year I finally let myself forget.
Quit talking and run!
I think he ran off.
Well, fingers crossed that Chuck...
Jesus! It sounds like something blew up.
He's using bombs now?
Is Chuck?
I don't know.
Hang on, we're getting a call.
It was the gas station.
Hello?
It blew up.
Chuck?
Chuck!
Forrest! The whole goddamn gas station's gone up.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so. I got everyone to follow me out. The town's only ambulance was blown to hell, though.
Oh, no!
Yeah. Damn it, that fireball threw me. I've got to get to the hospital. I'm not feeling great. Forrest, man, I can't thank you enough, but... Damn, I gotta go.
Wait, Damn it. We lost him. What was that about today?
Oh, Forrest, the call board is lighting up. Get us into some music while I deal with this.
here's some music while we regroup here on KFAM 189.16, The Stream.
September 18th. Today's the 3rd. That was September 18th.
I better put a record on.
Oh, did I not? Oh, sorry, everybody. My bad.
Here comes one of my favorites.
May 12th, May 30th, July 19th, March 22nd,
There's gotta be more in the
February
basement
11th.
to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him. Stop the killings before they can happen.
Okay, I
Forrest,
guess this one's done.
We need to go back down.
By we, you mean me, right?
Yep. Like I said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me too.
Okay, alright, I guess we're done with this, so let's go back to the room and find more clues. Oh man, this is a part of the game that I'm really enjoying. Okay, we need to find... Ooh.
A key?
What?
Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
I didn't miss it. Somebody tore open this hole in the wall. Basement storage. Okay, let's check out basement storage.
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom?
Sorry. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Okay. There's a radio between the shelves. Oh, come on.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
Okay, it's got something glowing on it. Well, that's it right there. That's the right shelf, but it says there's more to do here before I can leave. Okay. Well, Okay, I need to go in that room. With the tape. Still more to do in here before I leave?
Forrest, you should listen to that first tape you found.
Yeah, I'd like to, but the tape player's in there. Look, that's what it says. Cassette player in that room. Michael says you have to play back the tape in the player on the table before the game lets you into the room. What player on the table? Oh. Oh, right. Okay. It's just the light is making it very hard to see. There we go. I didn't realize that was the player.
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me. Follow the maps. Find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait, George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Tip the filing cabinet to find another tape.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death... Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping.
It's so dark.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
Being chased through the woods and into a lake. That'll give you stress.
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
Post-mortem? A post-mortem injury to the arm? Where was the body found?
is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life and was chased, resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water where he hit his head,
This has to
was
be
knocked
important.
out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Dr. Sullivan, we need to have a talk. Is that recording? Shut it off.
I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia. Gianna says the story is getting interesting. Yes, it is. The deceased is a Caucasian male, age 18. The cause of death is established to be drowning, as shown by the signs of asphyxiation. See Section 2, Paragraph 4 for more details. Abrasions were found on the knuckles, likely from getting into fights in the past. Matches with known history of the deceased being aggressive. No other injuries were observed. And from the coroner's opinion, there is no evidence of foul play. Additionally, the preliminary toxicology report indicates that the deceased had a high level of alcohol in their blood. But we just heard that there was no alcohol in the blood. High levels of stress, cortisol. It is of the coroner's opinion that the deceased went swimming while intoxicated, resulting in his drowning. They forged the autopsy. Oh my God. Why?
If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
What the?
I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers, one after the other. Each headline about a murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek. Drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent. But I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst. That I can, I don't know, do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess. I didn't kill anyone, mind you, but that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say than I should say. But my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out. So, hopefully I've said enough for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
What the hell? Peggy is not gonna believe this. Ooh. A new vinyl for my collection.
Humpty Dumpty. A story of love, tragedy, and betrayal, starring Maisie Cartwright as Dawn, George Barrow as Henry, also with Mary Campbell as Anne. Have I gotten them all? Think so. Or not. Delivery note, the 2nd of September, 1987, that's yesterday. Shipping from Starling Security. This is the new security system we heard about. Delivery and installation supervisor C. Atkins. Status delivered St. Gabriel's Hospital. Delivered and installed. Christine's Gas and Repair. Delivered and installed. Roller Ricky's Roller Rink. I told you he was going to come back up. Delivered and installed. Woodside Apartments. Delivered but not installed. Unable to install, require new parts. New installation date the 17th of September. KFAM radio station. Delivered but client opted for manual installation. Oh, God. Here we go. Seizure Salad says, Ox, check the drawer near the second recording. I think one of the pics mentioned it. Okay, will do. Well, here we go. Important when entering codes and commands, sequential key depressions must be made within 4 to 5 seconds of one another. If 4 to 5 seconds elapses without a key depression, the entry will be aborted and must be repeated from its beginning. Be sure to observe this precaution when performing any of the procedures in this manual. Dear God. If you make a mistake while entering a security code, stop, press the pound key, or the star key, then start over. If you stop in the middle while entering a code and then immediately start the entry over, an erroneous code might be entered. Factory Access Codes Introduction. Our state-of-the-art security system uses a 6-digit code system. Simply enter the code into the keypad and feel total peace of mind. The Starling Security Alarm System 4000 comes with a range of features. The default codes for these features are listed below. Note, please change these codes immediately to prevent unwanted entry. Access codes. Maintenance call code. Alarm test. Warning, this will set off all security measures. Alarm test deactivation and entry code. That is important. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to come back for it later. Yep, you're right. We got that one right.
This looks useful.
Police Department. Town of Gallows Creek, prepared by Sheriff Matthews. Complainant's name, Miss Sandra Sharp. How received telephone call. Time and date reported. Detailed report. At 4 a.m., a call was received from a jogger, a Miss Sandra Sharp, reporting that a body had been found washed up in the reservoir. I drove out to investigate and was able to identify the body at the scene as that of George Barrow. I contacted the coroner's office and then the boy's parents. They informed me that they had not seen him since 7 p.m. on the 2nd. I guess that's not it.
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a written autopsy report.
What does it say?
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight, too.
But that contradicts the tape.
I know. And I think I know why. There's a note with the report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
If it was on the autopsy report, then Virginia must be our coroner. Wait, the caller from earlier, when we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia?
We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on. I found a tape that introduces a new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
The written report I found doesn't mention it at all.
How did his arm get trapped in a car door after he died?
Unless he got it when the police collected his body? I guess someone else must have moved him, after he was dead, to where he was eventually found.
But the report, what is going on here?
I found a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier, Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
That's right. She found George's body washed up at the reservoir.
The reservoir?
Yeah? What's strange about that?
George got cuts from running through foliage, right? But there's no forest around there. Also, how did it wash up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
That's a good point.
Reservoirs don't have tides.
Right.
But that's what the police report said.
It's not possible, though. I did a school project on reservoirs and got an A. But, yeah, not important right now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
What are you suggesting, then? That the body was originally found somewhere other than what the report suggests? That the sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let something slip?
Something like that. I think.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote the report. If he hadn't been eviscerated, we could have asked him.
True. But Sandra is still alive? Once we're done down here, we should give her a call.
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit, where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
So she agrees with us.
At the end of the tape, someone burst in and demanded Virginia stop recording. I think it was Clive.
This is starting to make sense now. This is a conspiracy to cover up what happened to George.
I think I found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the whistling man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Ugh, why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident. And they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.
Looks like I got it all, and it's only 3 a.m.
Thank God you're back, Forrest. I've been running out of stuff to pad our airtime with.
Peggy, you work in radio.
Forrest, I'm stressed. I mean, really. How are we supposed to keep a show going with all this happening?
This is our job, Peggy. We gotta do it.
You're right. So, what's the plan now?
I think we should call Virginia back.
All right, I'll get her on the line.
And
Time to turn the music off.
Public call, right? We're doing this live over the radio? Fine.
Hello again, Gallows Creek. This is Forrest Nash. We're circling closer to the truth behind tonight's events. To this end, we're calling back one of our earlier callers, Virginia Sullivan.
Fretman Plunker here? Who's this? Is it you? Goose?
Plunker, hey, it's the Radio Man, Forrest Nash.
Radio Man? What's up?
Solving mysteries, saving lives. The huge.
Right on.
Plunker, what are you doing at Virginia's house?
She asked if we could stay to keep an eye out for that whistling turd. So we're hanging out, bro.
Well, that's big of you, Plunker.
No, it's nothing.
Can I speak to Virginia?
Sure thing, Radio Man. I'll just go get her.
Who is this?
Hey, Virginia, it's Forrest. I'm glad you're still okay.
Oh, Forrest. Sorry, I'm still jumpy.
Sorry to hear that, but listen, hey, we need to talk.
What about?
We're calling because we think you can help us understand why this is happening tonight.
Me? What would I know?
Does the name Clive mean anything to you?
Clive? No, I don't know that name. What are you asking about this for?
You mentioned that name earlier when you called us the first time.
I don't know what I said then. I was petrified, Forrest.
Clive's the janitor at our station, and we know you spoke to him in the past.
Forrest, please. You don't know what you're doing. He'll come for me.
Virginia, it's okay. Clive won't be coming after you.
We think Clive's dead.
Dead? But isn't he? He's the whistling man, Forrest.
Why are you so certain Clive's the whistling man?
Because all those years ago,
It's okay, Virginia. He's gone. We found evidence to suggest well...
And we found your autopsy reports for George Barrow.
How? I saw him destroy them.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he kept them or made copies or what, but we found them. And we know it's related to what's happening tonight, which is why we called you. Why did you write a false report?
All right. One day, I came into work to find a boy on my slab. And as I finished the autopsy, this man, Clive, he just burst in. And he started making demands to give over the reports, to falsify what I found. Of course I said no. But Well, when someone wants to make you do something, they can use the carrot or the stick.
Uh-oh.
For me, he used both.
Oh, God.
You see, my sister is sick. She has a chronic condition that's never going away. It's expensive to treat, and it was getting to where I couldn't afford it. And Clive promised me that his employer would pay for my sister's treatment if I did what he said, and that if I ever spoke about this, he'd beat me to within an inch of my life. I don't know why he had me do it, but my sister needed me. You have to understand, she needed me.
We understand.
Thank you, Virginia. That was brave.
God, I just want this nightmare to end.
This will help end it, Virginia. Thank you.
Stay safe, Virginia.
Well...
So, Virginia's tied up in all of this.
Clive threatened her to keep quiet about George's death. But for who? Why cover up these details? Well, we know Sandra was involved in George's death. Do you want to call her?
I do.
Alright, but before we go asking questions, I think we should know what we want to ask. Is that fair?
Yeah, we need to ask her about finding the body. She was the one who discovered it, but something just doesn't add up.
100%. She knows more than she's saying.
I wonder what she's hiding.
We'll hopefully find out soon. Anyway, just be careful when you're talking to her. Don't push too hard. We don't want her to hang up.
I'll be careful.
Right.
Alright, calling her now. Hopefully she's at her jazz studio. Aha! Forrest, you're through.
Hello, this is Sandra at Jazz Pizzazz Jazz Studio. Who is this?
Hello again, Sandra! It's Forrest Nash of 189.16, The Stream. And you're live on air.
Oh, I always thought folks called into a radio show, not the other way around. How jazzy. What can I do for you?
Well, we're trying to understand what's behind the attacks tonight. We had a few questions.
Why, Forrest, of course. Heck, after the way you saved my life, I'd say yes to just about anything you asked.
Do you know why the Whistling Man might have targeted you?
Ha! As far as I could tell, he was just a knife-wielding psycho with superhuman cardio. He'd have chased after anybody.
Right. Well, we think he might be chasing specific people. People who know about the death of a boy named George.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
Sandra, we know you found George's body. We have the police report.
I don't know what you mean.
It's okay, Sandra. We know.
You do? You know about?
Yes. Of course.
This studio is my life. After I found the body in the river, I couldn't lose my studio. Do you understand?
Kiss Gaming says, could you imagine listening to this radio station on the way home from work at night? Lol. Yeah, it's like War of the Worlds all over again. People pulling over to the side of the road to just listen intently. What's going to happen next? Get on with it! No, we'll be nice.
Sure. I understand.
When the rent just kept going up, he said he'd stop if I just needed to keep quiet. And everything would be okay.
Sandra? Who was he?
He said if I told everyone I found the kid in the reservoir instead of the river, I'm sorry.
Oh no!
I can't do this.
No!
And she's gone. I don't think that could have gone any better.
Okay.
You truly did great, Forrest.
Okay.
Well, folks, if anyone out there has any thoughts on what's going on tonight, please call in.
That's good timing. We've got a call waiting just this second.
Well, you know what we haven't done? We haven't played Dawn's Disc. What was it called again?
Caller on line 1.
Long Ride Home.
We have a call waiting.
Yeah, I'm playing this for Dawn. Give me a second. Well, can't imagine why she'd want that.
I suppose I should take this call.
All right, let's take it.
Welcome to 189.16 The Scream, with me, your host, Forrest Nash.
Hi, Forrest! I know this is really out of the blue with everything happening tonight, but I wondered if you could send a special birthday message to my uncle.
You know what? I'd welcome a change of pace. I'd be glad to.
Thank you, Forrest. He's my Uncle Ronnie. His first name's Peter, but he never liked his name. But since he always had salt and pepper hair, even as a kid, can you believe it? Folks always called him Pepper.
Thanks for the history lesson. Is there anything besides happy birthday you'd like to say to Mr. Pepper? Oh my God, damn it!
Yes! Tell him he can get the best birthday deals and party packages here at Putney's Pizza. Starting at
You son of a bitch! Stop calling us!
Sorry, Forrest. Let's just move on. We've already got another caller on the line.
I love this guy. The local Pizza Hut guy is just crank calling this station over and over again, trying to get free ad time. Uncle Pepperoni. Oh my God. All right.
Hey, Big Shot, hit the button and take the call.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
This is 189.16 The Scream. I'm Forrest Nash. You're on the air, caller. Caller. Ponty.
Ponty's Pizza always delivers! Come rain or sleet or whistling man, we'll be there!
Okay.
Forrest?
The killer might be Ponty.
Forrest? Are you okay?
Forrest is about to lose it.
I hope the whistling man gets him with his own pizza slicer.
Jesus, Forrest?
Sorry, that was too much.
It's okay. It's been a high-stress night. Don't worry about him anymore, okay? Not for tonight, anyway. I think he's spent for now. We've got another call, whenever you're ready.
Man, Ponty's laugh there was straight-up Joker material. This had better not be Ponty.
Folks, don't spend your money at Ponty's Pizza. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving along, I'd like to welcome another caller to 189.16 The Scream, with me, Forrest Nash. Who, may I say, is calling?
Well, hello again, Forrest.
Dawn. Dawn? We played your song, Long Ride Home. Did you hear it? Can you tell us?
Never mind that now. First, I'm calling because I need your help.
Are you in danger?
I sure am.
Do you mean
Yes, he's after me now.
you?
I think so. He must have heard me on the radio helping you.
Helping? You didn't exactly help.
Maybe I've been helping more than you know. I was out following a lead, trying to work out who would be next, after Chuck.
And what happened?
And I started to feel like I was being followed. I came back to my apartment building, but this newfangled security system has me locked out.
Oh no.
I need you to help me get inside.
Can you go somewhere else?
Home is the the safest place I can be. Please, the front gate requires an entry code to open. I need that code to get inside.
Which apartment block do you live in? Maybe one of our listeners lives there too.
It's the new Woodside apartment building between the town hall and a trailer park, but I doubt any of your listeners live there. I don't have many neighbors.
Sounds like a prime piece of real estate.
The sound really carries at night. Shit.
I'm guessing you're not a dog person.
No, I'm not. It's my neighbor's dog. Boy, I wish he'd muzzle that thing in. Oh. And now he's blasting David Scopo out of his window. This night can't get any... The whistling man. He's coming down the street. I don't think he's seen me yet. Forrest, please. I need your help. I need the code for that security system, or I'm gonna die.
What's the name of the security system?
There's a sticker on the box. It says,
Aha!
Starling Security 4000. There's a keypad, and it looks like it wants a 6-digit number.
We'll see what we can do.
Thank you, Forrest.
Yeah, of course. Don't worry, Don.
Thank you, Forrest. I knew I could count on you. I'll sit out of sight. Call me back soon.
All right, folks. Here's a little tune for you all to enjoy while I try to break Dawn into her apartment. A classic backed by popular demand. This is Long Ride Home by the Barn Finds. You were pretty quiet there, Peggy.
Forrest, was it just me, or was there something...
Yeah, it wasn't just you. Something was weird about that.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, we have a Starling 4000 or whatever here at KFAM. Clive bought one for the station. Maybe we can find something to help. Well, I'm not sure who, but to help someone.
Okay, so she's locked out of the Woodside Apartments, and somewhere Clive probably has the papers for the Starling 4000.
Well, I know exactly where it is. There's the train station. We heard a train. Where's the Wood Lake Apartments? Max Diners, Pontius Pizza. Supermarket. Roller Ricky's. Where's the apartment complex? That's the train station, so that must be the train tracks. Oh, but they go all the way around. Oh, dear God. Loramie Estate. No, but it was Woodland something or other. Woodside Apartments. Okay, so that's where she is. Let's go find out what that code is. Because we found that document earlier.
Starling 4000 User Manual. Ah, these codes should come in handy.
Maintenance call code, alarm test code, alarm test deactivation code, entry code, 715914. How do we know we're not helping her break into somebody else's apartment? She said she's just gonna sit there and hide. So she's got a safe place to hide? A neighbor's dog started barking. Could it be the dog of the apartment she's trying to break into? Woodside Apartments. Chad is telling me not to trust her. She's too suspicious. Daniel says, didn't Roller Ricky have a dog next to the train tracks? He did. There's Roller Ricky's. There's the train tracks. Oh, and we saw an installation manifest that Roller Ricky was one of the people that it was being installed to. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy cow. She's trying to break into Roller Ricky's. There was a document, an installation document. We gotta find that. Where was it? I should have brought it with me. Oh, it was at the front. I remember now.
Order delivery form. Starling must have left this by accident. This system's not even installed at Woodside.
Aha! It's not installed at Woodside Apartments. So it was installed at Roller Ricky's, it was installed at the gas and repair, and it was installed at the hospital. Okay, this is good stuff. This is good stuff, everybody. We almost got somebody murdered. Jackalwise says the map says there's no train track near those apartments. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't. It's north of those apartments, but is it close enough to be that loud? I don't think so. Yeah, there's the train tracks in yellow, and there's the apartments. That's a bit far to be hearing it that loud. But there's Ricky's roller rink, and there's the train tracks. If she was really there, that would be really loud. Now, it's also possible she could be at Christine's Gas and Repair, but that was just destroyed. 55 Thornside Road. Christine's Gas and Repair. So that is right by the tracks. She could be there, but that just exploded. That's gone. So she could be at St. Gabriel's Hospital on 87 McCready Street. Right there. And that's right next to Ricky's roller. But the dog, I think, is the clue we need to place her at Ricky's roller. Which means we shouldn't give her the code to get in. Which means we should set off the alarm. Which means we need to give her 1915-19.
Welcome back, Forrest. Find anything?
The Starling 4000 security manual. It's got a bunch of codes.
Good. And did you find anything else?
I saw a list of everyone else who bought the Starling 4000. Know who was on there?
Oh my god. Roller Ricky! Do you think we should give him a call? Is that crazy? I don't know what you'd say, but...
No need. We're just gonna blare the alarm test code.
Just put me through to Don. I'll take care of this one way or another.
Okay, if you say so. Line 1, whenever you're ready.
Don, are you there? This is Forrest Nash from 189.16, The Stream.
Oh, thank God you're back. I'm so afraid. What's the code to the gate?
Oh, okay. I didn't need to remember it. It's the alarm test activation code.
The code is 191519.
Thank you, Forrest.
Son of a bitch. Ah!
Is she?
Yeah, stay out! Nobody disrespects the sanctity of the ring! Don't ever come back here again! I'm calling the cops!
Thank God.
Hello? Is someone there?
Ricky, get back inside and turn on the radio. Whoever that was, she was trying to break into the ring.
She? Forrest, man, you got no idea. That was him! That was the whistling man! The alarm gave me just enough time to get my rifle. I don't like hurting folk, but I can't let anything happen to Maxie. He's my best friend, you know? Listen, man, I'm heading back inside. Gonna barricade that window. My man, thank you. You and Peggy can skate for free whenever you want, forever.
Hey.
That's a done deal.
Thanks, Ricky. Can't wait.
Got it.
Excited.
Talk to you soon.
Okay, Gallows Creek, here's some music while we process what just happened.
So, the whistling man is a woman?
I had my suspicions.
Yeah, sure, Forrest. You just never mentioned it. She called up. You spoke to her multiple times.
I knew she wasn't right.
Is that right, Sherlock? Why do you think she requested that song?
To get me outside?
Maybe, but how? She didn't know the song was outside to start with.
That's right. She never actually attacked me out there.
So? What now?
I guess I should make an announcement. We do have new info.
Okay, kill the music and you can make the announcement. Okay, you're live in 3, 2...
Hey folks, this is Forrest Nash here. I hope you're all safely locked inside. For those of you listening to that last call, you might be wondering what to make of it all. Here's our take. We now believe the killer is actually a woman. One who might manipulate you into letting her in before she attacks you. We're neighbors. Look out for each other and stay safe. The killer was calling themselves Dawn.
Do not trust anyone called Dawn. The problem is the name. Dawn.
This could be a fake name. If anyone needs help or you have info on the killer, please call in. You folks have my new number, right? It's 911. Hopefully, our next caller can help shed some light on our killer.
Hey, we had a call come in.
Okay, folks, time to take a call.
All right.
This is Forrest Nash, and you're listening.
Please help me. My name is Casey Moore. I'm at 25 Nancy Drive. My best friend's been stabbed. He's bleeding everywhere. I don't know what to do. Please help me.
Well, the 911 operator is out of town, and the town's only ambulance just got exploded in a gas station fire, so... CPR?
Somebody's been stabbed? Can you tell me what happened?
We'd been out at the reservoir. We were heading back to his place when we heard this whistling all of a sudden. He just started freaking out. He screamed at me, told me to hide. I'd never seen him like that, and I just panicked and ran and hid in a bush.
Oh no. Forrest.
Then what happened?
He went up the road and talked to someone. I couldn't really hear or see anything. It sounded like he might have known the person, and they just stabbed him.
Casey, was he talking to a woman?
I don't know. They had a mask and wore all black. That's all I know. Please, we need help here.
I'll get you help, but I need to know. Where did the masked person go?
They left. They left him to bleed out. I waited until they were gone, then dragged him into the garage and called 911.
Wait, why didn't she make sure he was dead?
I don't know. I think I heard them say something like, "It's not so funny now, is it?" before they left, but please, he needs to get to the hospital. I can't drive, so we need an ambulance.
Forrest, the ambulance was destroyed in the explosion at the gas station. You should get all the info you can.
Can you tell us where your friend was stabbed?
They stabbed him in the stomach, and then stabbed him again in his leg when he was on the ground, and it's... Oh, the knife is still there in his leg!
What's your friend's name, Casey?
It's Jason Parker.
We'll be right back. Peggy, patch us through to the hospital.
On it. Phoning St. Gabriel's now. Switch to line 2.
Hello, St. Gabriel's Hospital. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Forrest Nash from 189.16.
He's still using the radio voice.
We have a stab victim at 25 Nancy Drive named Jason Parker. He's been stabbed in the stomach and the leg. He's bleeding heavily.
Oh God, I'm sorry. But the ambulance is, well, you know.
I know, but please, we need something, or he's going to die.
Forrest, listen, you're going to have to get him here.
Me?
We need to see him, and we can't get there ourselves right now.
We don't have any way to drive him right now. And even if we did, he's bleeding out fast.
All right, listen. We need to buy him time to get here. That means stopping the blood first, and then finding someone to stabilize him. To stabilize him, you really need someone with first aid training. Do either of you have any?
No.
Me neither.
Damn it. I'm really sorry about this, but I have other patients who can't wait. All I can do is talk you through the procedure as quick as I can, and then leave the rest to you. You think you can handle that?
Okay.
Hit me. I'm sure we can handle it.
Okay, from the top. If he's bleeding out, then you need to get him comfortable and try to stem the bleeding. Lay him down. Apply continuous pressure directly to the affected areas. When the bleeding slows, get a clean cloth of some kind and hold it over the wounds.
Get them comfortable. Apply pressure. Clean cloths when slowed. Got it, I think.
You said he was stabbed, right? If the object he was stabbed with is still in him, don't take it out. It's stopping the worst of the bleeding right now. If anything, you should secure it so it stays where it is.
I wouldn't have thought of that. It makes sense, though. God, that was a lot of info. But I think we can handle this.
Glad you got it so far, because there's more to go.
I'm still with you, Doc. What else do we need to know?
If he's lost a lot of blood, he may enter shock. If he does, act fast. If you applied a cloth and it's bleeding through, don't remove it. Just apply another on top of it. If it's safe, Elevate his legs to get blood circulating to his vital organs. Try to keep him warm. Get him to rest and reassure him. We need the patient to stay calm.
All right, don't replace bandages. Elevate his legs. Keep him warm and calm. This is a lot.
I'm really sorry. That's as much as I can give you right now. Try to stop the bleeding. Find someone to get him stabilized, and get him here as quick as you can. Good luck.
All right, Forrest. Casey's still on line 1.
All right, I'm a former Boy Scout. I had first aid training in the Scouts. I should be able to do this. Cross your fingers.
Hello? Hello? Forrest, are you there?
I'm here. How is Jason doing?
Badly. He's still bleeding. I need help. I've been putting pressure on his stomach wound since you left.
Good.
But he's still bleeding. I don't know what to do.
That's good, Casey. The nurse said to do that.
What about the knife in his leg? It's gotta be hell. Should I pull it out?
No.
No, don't touch the knife. The bleeding will get worse if you pull it out.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop making suggestions.
No, don't worry, Casey. We're a team here. We're all going to get Jason through this. Casey, is his leg wound bleeding right now?
I hate looking at that knife. Yeah. It's bleeding. His stomach is worse, though.
All right, I think we need to leave that knife alone.
All right. I'll just keep putting pressure on his stomach for now.
Forrest, can I have a word?
Casey, I'm gonna have a quick word with Peggy. Keep putting that pressure on and let us know when the bleeding is under control. You're doing great.
But what if something happens?
We'll still be here. Just shout if you need anything, and we'll be there. I promise.
Okay. I'll wait. Jason, please be okay.
Well, what?
What's up, Peggy?
We can't stay on the line with her all night. Dawn is still out there. What if other people need us?
You're right. She's probably on her way to her next target right now.
Exactly. And you heard the nurse. We need someone there with training who can stabilize him. He's got to get to the hospital somehow.
Any suggestions, Peggy?
I might. A little before you started working here, KFAM did a mandatory first aid training course. Me and Karen missed it because we were away on a producer getaway.
You skipped it, didn't you? Never mind. So, how does KFAM's first aid course help us?
Casey said they're at 25 Nancy Drive, right?
Yeah? Why?
They put up a bunch of cheap houses around there about 10 years ago. So a bunch of people here at the station live around there.
Do you think any of them could help Casey and Jason?
Probably, but I don't know who lives there. And since I missed the training day, I don't know who knows first aid.
Could you call them and ask?
I don't know everybody's numbers. I've only ever called Karen. Everybody's personnel info is probably in Reggie's office.
Really?
Got it. I'll look through their files in Reggie's office. It's a life or death situation. I'm sure they won't mind.
Right. But there are a couple of problems with that.
Naturally.
It's sensitive information, so Reggie probably locked it in his safe.
Great. Do you have any idea what the combo for the safe could be?
Not a clue. Reggie's a serial note-taker, though. Maybe something in his office will give it away. Right. There is something else.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
Have you ever heard, "The future is floppy"?
Peggy, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about floppy disks. Floppy disks are like these futuristic things that have information on them. You put them in a computer and they do something.
Peggy, I know what a floppy disk is.
Anyway, Reggie decided that the future is floppy and started phasing out our physical records and replacing them with these floppy disks. I imagine it's the same for our personnel files.
That's good to know. Since we haven't heard anything from Casey, I'm guessing Jason's okay for now. I'll check out Reggie's office and see what I can find.
You'll need a key for that. I'll just slide it under my door now.
Thanks, Peggy. I just have to look around.
We've got a guy bleeding out, and we're taking time here to go hunt in another man's office.
Good. I'll patch my mic down to the office, so you'll hear me over the intercom.
Shouldn't we should have... I thought they were going to have us put bandages on the chest wound. She said that his chest wound was bleeding more than the leg wound, so I figured we deal with that one first, and once that's done, then we go and secure the leg wound. But then we started off on this weird office thing.
Locked tight.
Well, apparently that's not Reggie's office. Is it in here? No.
Looks like I need a 4-digit code.
Hint. Very important date. Axe Forever. Need to write pitch document. Good title. Bring back original protag and villain. Chalupacabras. Got a receipt. Ask Jeannie where those tapes are. It's been weeks now, overdue. Clive, if you're reading this, stop stealing my post-it notes. Top Gun Productions says you forgot to tell her to secure the knife. Yeah, that was intentional, because the last thing she says is that, yes, his leg is bleeding, but his stomach is worse. So I thought that meant that the stomach took priority. We would take care of that first and then deal with the knife. I didn't know we were going to just leave him now and go off and search for this. Deep cuts, top secret. Pizza delivery killer who kills with a pizza cutter. Free slice on me. Terrifyingly, there's never any pizza. What happened to the original delivery guy? Maybe write him in as final girl's boyfriend? Protagonist is college student Megan, surname to follow. She's smart, beautiful, resourceful, and lactose intolerant. Amplifies the divide between her and the pizza killer. I am a pizza boy, and I love you. But I'm lactose intolerant. I can't eat cheese. Takes place on September 7th. Very important date for the town. 11:07. Great Goose Gathering, event where a large number of geese appear suddenly and save the town from starvation. Try to link this into the greater story. Need to kill off Megan's support network throughout the movie, like Acts 3, but even scarier. Maybe partner with Ponti's Pizza for the launch. 110 orders, just receive a pizza cutter and tickets to the movie. All right, 11/7, that's a very important date.
Nice!
Oh, dear God. Personnel file, John Hedges. John refused to engage with the first aid trainer during the course. I know he was a war medic, but it was station policy to send everybody regardless. John apparently has a bunch of medical equipment in his home that he procured from the military at the end of his service. Is that legal? Do I need to report him? Spoke to John again about eating the free samples that Brad gets sent for his reviews. He said he'd stop, but he said that last 3 times too. Is it un-American to reprimand a war vet? Okay, so he skipped the training, but he was a war medic and he's got a bunch of gear. That is promising. We'll put that one right there.
Get a load of this, Peggy. Apparently, I'm a lone wolf type.
Forrest, what are you doing? We don't have time for this. We have a man literally dying on the line, and you're more interested in you.
You're right, I'm sorry. I need to focus on possible candidates. I can read the rest of this later.
Am I being timed? Is this a timed event? I can't believe we actually got the Forrest Nash here in Gallows Creek. His motivation may be low. His demands are a bit beyond our means, and he's currently blacklisted from any reputable station. But honestly, we don't have a reputation to lose. Forrest isn't really integrating with the team. Seems to have this lone wolf thing going on. Heard him call Jeannie, Janine, and Brenda in his first week. Hopefully this changes when he gets settled. I've paired Forrest with Peggy for his show. They seem to have developed a relationship of sorts pretty quickly, which is good because we sure don't have the show budget to pair him with Karen. The ticking is getting faster, says chat. Okay, we're gonna go with this guy then. He's a war medic. Now the ticking has stopped. I think it was just a clock. I guess I'm not supposed to be back yet. I guess I'm not supposed to be back yet. Okay, right.
Hey, Peggy. I think Reggie's on to you and Karen. Maybe don't bring those little drink umbrellas into work for a while.
What? Why are you reading my file? You need to find someone who can help Casey. We already know I can't. Don't waste time.
You're right. I'm sorry. I need to focus on possible candidates. I really shouldn't have read both. We're in a hurry.
Well, I had to pop him. I've never seen somebody gel with everybody as quickly as Peggy has. Her, Karen, and Barbara have really become a little family already. Maybe we need to run this station. You're right, it is going faster. But no, that's the sound of the machine. Run the station on girl power. Hopefully it's cheaper than electric. Sometimes I wonder if Peggy secretly wants her own show. She hasn't been shy about getting involved in the calls on the screen. Sometimes it feels as though Forrest could just leave for a coffee mid-call and no one would know. Peggy and Karen have missed another work event, this time first aid training, because of their training sessions. Their collection of cocktail parasols grows after each session. Why are they doing training sessions at a bar? Guess I should have read the label first, huh? Karen Lawson. Bradley Carter, Barbara Albright. Barbara is really getting on well with all the staff here. Everybody gave her great feedback at our last review. I get the feeling there's something going on with her and Brad. Call it a hunch. Barbara got another cat recently. She must have at least 5 now. Daisy, Murphy, Penelope, Freddie, and Lord Winston. I'll need to monitor productivity going forward. The cat photos are a big distraction for the rest of the team. Barbara laughed when I told her about the concept for my new horror script. I don't care what she thinks. A story about an alien egg at the center of the Earth, set to hatch on February 30th, is a great idea. Why else would we avoid having a February 30th? But nothing about the training. Gianna says, I gotta head. Night. Live long and prosper, fam. See you later, Gianna. Bradley Carter. When I hired Brad as our station's food critic, people said I was crazy. We only have 3 takeout places and a diner. What's the point? To them I say, you can't be afraid to explore the darkest reaches of the unknown. Anderson. Bradley and Barbara seem to be spending an awful lot of time together. I didn't realize she was so interested in Brad's work. Maybe I should join one of their after-work meetings sometime. I've always wanted to learn more about food. Brad and Barbara ended up missing most of our first aid training session. Brad made a joke about practicing mouth-to-mouth, and Barbara got really upset and stormed off. The joke wasn't that bad. Okay, so we know that Brad and Barbara missed most of the session. Karen and Peggy missed all of the session. And I wasn't there either. Are we going to get in trouble if we read this last one? Because we know it's Karen's. We know she wasn't there.
Hey, Peggy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you find what we need?
I think I know who our best bet is to help Casey and Jason.
All right, good work. Who should I...
Hello? Is anybody there? Please pick up.
Casey, I'm here. What's wrong?
Jason started going pale. I tried to get him to rest, but he just threw up everywhere. What's happening? What do I do?
God, it sounds like he's going into shock. Casey, just stay calm. It's going to be okay.
But the bleeding seemed to slow down. Did I mess up? Jason, I'm sorry.
Casey, calm down. You've done everything right. I need you to listen to me, okay? For Jason.
What did the nurse say to do about shock?
Casey, I need you to elevate Jason's legs. We need to get the blood flowing to his vital organs.
Got it. Jason, stay with me. I'm just gonna move you. This might hurt. Okay. I propped his legs up on some boxes.
I'm looking at my notes. We need to get Jason as warm and comfortable as possible. Do you have anything you could use nearby, Casey?
Yeah. I still have some laundry next to me. I'll wrap him in some blankets. Just give me a second. Sorry.
That's good, though.
Sorry. I'm done. You're gonna be okay, Jason. Just relax now, okay? Forrest, I'm scared. He's not doing well. Is he gonna...
Casey, I need you to be strong for Jason. Sit with him and reassure him that everything's going to be okay. Okay?
Okay. But please, I can't give him what he needs. Please send help. I can't lose him.
All right, Forrest, we need to hurry. Jason doesn't sound like he's doing too well. You said you knew who to call earlier? Who was it?
We need to call John Hedges. He lives on Nancy Drive. He didn't really participate in the first aid training, but he's a former war medic. He's probably the most trained person we have.
Really? I never really spoke to him before. A war medic, huh?
Yeah, and according to Reggie's notes, John keeps all of his old equipment at his house. He's something of a hoarder.
All right. What's his number?
5420735.
Calling now. Let's hope he picks.
Who the hell is this calling me at? What time is it?
John, it's Forrest Nash here at KFAM. We have an emergency and we need your help.
Forrest? If this is a work emergency, then it can wait until the goddamn morning. Just leave me a note like everybody else.
John, no, this is a medical emergency. A man has been stabbed by the Whistling Man, or never mind. He's badly hurt and he's going to die unless we get someone to him now.
The Whistling Man? What kind of joke is this?
John, we're not kidding. A man is gonna die if we don't help him right now.
Seriously? I haven't been called on for over 10 years. Where's the patient? What's his condition?
He's at 25 Nancy Drive. I think we got his friend to stem the bleeding, but he's gone into shock. He's passed out right now.
You say he was stabbed? Do you know the extent of his injuries?
From what we were told, he has 2 major stab wounds. One to the stomach and one to the leg. The knife is still in his leg, and the stomach wound is open.
Understood. Let me grab a few supplies and I'll head right over. Damned if he dies on my watch.
Thank you, John. We'll let him know you're on your way.
Good luck.
Hello, Casey. Are you there? How are we doing?
Bad. Jason seemed really weak and then just started thrashing.
Oh no! Crap!
What about now? Is he still thrashing?
He's passed out. Please tell me you found someone to help.
Casey, help is on the way. My colleague will be there soon.
You hear that, Jason? Someone is coming. You're gonna be just fine. Just hold on for me, okay? Just hold on.
Come on.
Hello, Casey. This is John Hedges. I'm here about Jason. Please let me in. I'm guessing that's Jason there. Casey, I'm gonna need your help. Forrest, Peggy, don't you two worry. We've got this from here.
Okay. Forrest, we'll call you back later. I have to go now.
Oh,
Good
dear
luck,
God.
everyone. God, I
Ah.
hope he's gonna be alright.
And with that, the show moves on. We're sending our best wishes to Jason.
Oh man, I hope I didn't ruin it.
Well, after all that excitement, I think we could use some music.
Come back upstairs when you're ready.
Peggy is so done. All right, well, I want to read Karen's file here. Karen has really stepped up her duties in recent months. She has fully taken on Hamish's show alongside the Timberline twins ever since Wes left us. Hopefully she doesn't get any ideas about being paid double. Karen has started mentoring Peggy. I think this will be really good for Peggy. They're even doing team building training getaways to improve efficiency. Update, I'm starting to suspect that these producer training getaways are being strategically timed. They've now both missed Secret Santa, first aid training, and the Teddy Gallows Jr. station
Dead
visit.
air is a crime, Forrest.
Oh yeah, okay, I'm reading here. I'm in the boss's office. I got another VHS tape. Alien sightings number 75, UFO over park. This guy is a character.
Come on, Forrest. Put some music on already.
Yeah, all right. Let me finish up in here. Is there any other sticky notes or... All right, I think I got it all. I'm coming. What's this? Well, Reggie went to training.
What song should I play?
Any secret records hiding around in here? Guess not. Okay, I'm coming.
You'll like this next song.
It's getting pretty late. This might be your last break for the night, so try to enjoy it. Give me a buzz when you want to go back on air.
Ah. Play the purple record. It says Top Gun Productions. Which one's the purple one? Oh, yeah. Well, it's almost time for me to end the broadcast, but according to what Peggy just said, we may be nearing the end of the game, but I haven't played it before, so I don't know how much longer is ahead of me. I'm tempted to just end the broadcast and we'll finish up next week, but for those of you who have played it before, how close am I to the end? If I'm more than 30 minutes to the end, I might as well save it. Seizure Salad says very close, but it's still a good 45 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. All right, we'll pick up with this story next week. Same Ox time, same Ox channel for more Scotch and smoke rings. We'll find out if we managed to save Jason's life or if we made a mistake by examining the wrong floppy disks and by not binding his leg like we should have. At least I think we got the proper medic, so hopefully hopefully he'll still survive. I know, Colonel 87th says, no, I want to know if he survives. I'm sorry. This is good show business. It's called a cliffhanger in the biz. This is me doing a cliffhanger. Will Jason survive? Tune in next week to find out. Right? I'm professional here, doggone it. Tune in next week to find out. Same Ox time, same Ox channel. Between 8 and 9 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I'll see you soon with more lore videos and more live streams. Bye-bye now.